to keep it all in place. Or save on power tools like the Ryobi 2-tool driver drill combo kit for just $99. Make Father's Day about building something together with a little help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Don't miss the latest episode of the Blue Review with me, Greg Bergman, and Marcus Grant, talking all things Dodger baseball. Be part of the ESPN LA Blue Crew, 6:30 a.m. on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
When you're planning your next job, options matter. Now in stock at Lowe's, get the roofing brands you trust, including GAF, Owens Corning, and CertainTeed, with more colors to choose from. Shingles and accessories are in stock and ready to go. And when you're on the clock, we help keep you on schedule. Order by 4 p.m. and get next day job site delivery on select items as early as 6:30 a.m. At Lowe's, we have your back on the job. Delivery Monday through Saturday in select zip codes, subject to availability.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love. Sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Here we go, Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr, Sweet Tea Travis Rogers. Welcome to a special edition of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show.
I'm a chivato.
On this Tuesday, June 16th. Today it is Travis Rogers and Andy Kamenetsky broadcasting live from Hard Rock Casino Tejon as we celebrate the summer of soccer and give you your chance to win the ultimate summer of soccer experience today. We count down as Argentina takes on Algeria. Coming up at 6 p.m. live from Hard Rock Casino Tejon. Hard Rock Casino Tejon is the best place to cheer on your favorite team. The easiest drive from downtown LA. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. The absolutely beautiful Hard Rock Casino Tejon. Travis and Andy and producer Laura getting you ready for tonight and celebrating the summer of soccer. And I know what you're thinking. Usually Travis's favorite day of the week is today. Live Imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. I'm sorry I'm not there, Trav. Andy and Laura will get you through it, I promise. Let's do it. A special edition of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Live from Hard Rock Casino Tejon. Travis and Andy, your Tuesday afternoon right now.
Yeah! Look, Andy, I'm going to lean on you a lot today. Laura, I'm going to lean on you a lot today because without Chris in Live Imaging Tuesday, I'm going to be a little adrift. I don't know what
you're not used to speaking this much.
No, it's the first time I've had to prepare for a Tuesday show in, I don't know, a couple of years. I usually just kind of show up and say, go ahead. And he just talks for the next 12 minutes, and then we go to a break, and then we come back and we do it all over again. So this is a new experience.
I did notice you prepping an unusual amount for a Tuesday.
Well, look, you guys know me. I'm pro prep. I like to be prepared coming into my shows. I like to know what it is that I'm going to talk about. But I learned very quickly that on your typical Live Imaging Tuesday, that prep is just time wasted.
Oh, let me tell you, the days where no prep is required whatsoever, a Live Imaging Tuesday for Mason and Ireland when Michael and Pepe are also there.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I don't need to even know what day of the week it is other than Tuesday. I don't need to know anything that happened. I don't look up a single thing before those days. I hope Bergman's not listening.
No, you just get to sit there and just react to what's going on. And what's going on is, like you just heard, we are here at Hard Rock Casino Tejon. What a beautiful spot, Andy. This is great. Is really something else. I'll be honest, I wasn't quite – I didn't know what to expect coming out here, and this has exceeded all of my expectations, and it is the summer of soccer, and we got a little World Cup on right now. We've got Iraq and Norway. We've got Algeria and Argentina coming up a little bit later, and what a great place to watch some soccer.
Yeah, this is great. I had lunch earlier today with some of the folks from Hard Rock. Everyone was super, super nice. It is a gorgeous casino. We were talking about before. I don't know the year that it was built, but it still has that new casino feel and smell. Like it's great looking.
This is one of these things, too, that I'm fairly certain has been done just to make sure it's like it's a test of self-discipline. That we're going to put you right near the kitchen where all this wonderful food keeps coming out all day long. We're going to put you right in front of this gorgeous bar that has all these beautiful drinks that I see coming out of the bar nonstop, and basically just say, no, you just sit over there and do your radio show. We're just going to parade this endless amount of things that you really, really enjoy right under your nose.
Yeah, I had earlier today the salmon noodle salad, which was fantastic. It's grilled salmon over ramen noodles and edamame, mixed greens. Really, really good. I think the signature item here is considered the burgers. But if you're looking for anything different, I'm not steering against the burgers because they're supposedly fantastic. Salmon noodle salad was on point.
I'm getting the messy burger.
And is that messy with an I or messy with a Y?
No, I.
Messy. Oh, I want a cheeseburger, and I want fries, and I want a Coke on the side.
Sexiest burger alive.
What is on the messy burger? Other
I
than
don't
it being,
have the menu
I
with
would
me,
assume
but it's. I know it says like a smash patty.
It's big.
It looks huge,
Well, the
but it looks
Argentinians
really
are known for
good.
their beef, so this could be the right.
Have you
I
ever-
like all the meat, so give me all the meat.
Have you ever eaten at like an actual Argentinian steakhouse?
Yes.
I don't.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Do you have a favorite one?
There's one.
Is it Lala's?
Lala's is really good. There's a place on Melrose. I need to look up the name of it.
Lala's in Melrose is.
It's not Lala's.
Not Lala's?
It
Okay.
starts with a G.
Oh.
Gaucho something.
Is it Gaucho Grill?
It's like Gardel or something.
Okay.
I went there. It
Because the
was
Gauchos come from Argentina, of course.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. I happened to go there when my wife was pregnant with our daughter, so she had the appetite that is required for an Argentinian steakhouse. As it was fantastic.
Carlitos?
Ben
Gardel?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Carlitos Gardel, really good.
Oh, I
You
need to
just
go.
said the chimichurri wings are on point. So
Yeah.
lots of food, lots of drinks here, and lots of great places to sit and watch the World Cup that's going on right now. And Andy, you've told me this before, and we've talked about it in a handful of different contexts over the years that you and I have been doing shows together. When you worked for ESPN, the magazine, you wrote a story about you were a free agent fan. That
Yes.
when the Cardinals left St. Louis, you were kind of looking for your next NFL team, and you went shopping around the rest of the league and basically telling these teams to court you as their fan.
Yeah, my brother Brian and I were both NFL orphans because the Cardinals left St. Louis. So we went to some of them together, some of them individually, but different NFL training camps and had those teams pitch us about why we should be their fan. And what was funny is I had been bitter about the then St. Louis Cardinals leaving St. Louis. I was a diehard fan. I should have realized they were doing me a favor because that fandom was a torturous experience. I picked the Cardinals as one of the teams I would visit. In the moment, I picked it because I had every intention of turning them down.
You wanted to tell them to buzz off.
Yeah, but I wanted to do that in print, like publicly humiliate them. Except I got there, and I started getting super nostalgic about the Cardinals. I was getting all caught up in it. And then finally what I tried to get them to do was I reached out to a few people in the organization. I said, I will pick the Cardinals for this because I'm really feeling Cardinals again. I just want you to get Bill Bidwell to apologize to me for moving the team. He doesn't have to mean it. He doesn't have to mean it at all. It doesn't have to be a big song and dance. But if he does this, I will pick the Cardinals. And not a single person in the organization was even willing to
take it to him.
No.
Yeah, I don't think.
I brought it up to then head coach Ken Wisenhunt.
Oh, yeah.
I brought it up to a few other people.
Yeah.
Every single one of them said no. I ended up not choosing the Cardinals. And then several years later, I'm kind of a Cardinal fan again just because –
you got sucked back in.
I did get sucked back
Andy,
in.
the heart wants what the heart wants.
It does.
The logic is not going to win.
I strongly recommend against anybody ever rooting for that franchise. It's not fun.
So the reason I ask is, and we were talking a little bit about it with Mason and Ireland a few minutes ago. I've been on this radio station for, coming on a decade and a half now. I am not the world's biggest soccer fan. I think everybody knows that. That being said, I am deeply invested in the World Cup. I'm really enjoying seeing all of this stuff, and I want to care about a team beyond the World Cup. And I'm asking Anybody that wants to, you can call us 877-710-ESPN. You can tweet in the chat. You can send it to me directly, send it to Laura, send it to Andy, whatever you want. I want you to sell me on why your team is the team that I should follow, because I really do enjoy it. The games go by quickly. They're exciting for the most part. I don't know if you can sell me on it because, like we said, there has to be an emotional component to this, but I don't have really an emotional component to any of these teams beyond the United States just because that's where I'm from. But I'm loving every single second about
it. It is hard to carry it beyond, say, something like this event without the emotional investment. Like, I ended up in this ESPN The Magazine thing choosing the Niners. For a variety of reasons, like I grew up loving the Montana Rice teams and things like that. I was like, I'm in California, so I could get to games pretty easily. At the time, they were not good, so I'm like, I don't feel like I'm jumping on a bandwagon. And I realized within a year or two, I don't care about them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care at all about them. And I abandoned it, and eventually I ended up getting back to, honestly, the Cardinals because there was at least something that connected to the heart for me. Again, as much as I wish it didn't, because it's an awful experience.
Yeah, go ahead. Sell me on it. Tell me why your team or a team. And I don't know, do I need to pick an MLS team? Do I need to pick a EPL team? Do you go with like one of the, like a PSG? Like where do I go with Real Madrid? Something.
Wilbert was playing the Dale, black and gold for LAFC.
Oh, is that LAFC? Okay,
yeah.
I could barely hear it.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You could go LAFC and just have like Mario take you under his wing as like his protege.
Okay, it's not a bad deal, but is that here's the thing. I want to get in on the high level. I want to get in on the highest level available. And is that MLS? If it is, then great. Then that's an easy one. But if it's a European team,
I mean, respectfully, can you handle that?
I'm ready.
I mean, can you really walk the walk of it's the equivalent of signing up to be a hipster. Like, you really need to understand that.
I don't. Okay. Well, no. I want to be a casual hipster. I want to.
No such thing. There's no such thing.
See,
those are called posers.
I'm okay with that. I don't mind. Yeah, that's fine. I don't have to be. I'm not going to pass a 100-question quiz on the history of these teams. I just want to be able to have a team. When somebody says, "Do you watch this?" I say, "Yeah," and that's my.
I mean, if all you care about is poser level, like, just declare yourself a rock fan right now.
That seems like an odd choice.
Or Norway, whatever. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're just being a poser.
No, but I think like MLS is a good way to baby your way into soccer.
Starter kit.
It's a listen, no disrespect. We are the home of LAFC, but you said it, Travis. You've always had a great time when you go there.
I've been to maybe 4 or 5 LAFC matches. Always great.
Because their vibe, and again, no disrespect to the Galaxy, which I know is the other team there. I've been to Galaxy games before LAFC was here, and the vibe was just off. It wasn't exciting. LAFC creates an experience for you, and they're very much modeled after like the European kind of fans, right? That's what the 32-52 is. And I feel like getting into that, maybe try that and see how that works.
Norway just scored
1-0. That's what you say in soccer, Andy. You say nil.
Well, who's a poser now?
Who had Norway?
1-0 Norway, and apparently they do that 6-7 thing in Norway too, because they're doing that as well. We are here at Hard Rock Casino Tejon, the beautiful Hard Rock Casino Tejon, having a great day with our summer of soccer. We're walking you right up to Algeria and Argentina, which gets going at 6 o'clock. And don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the Road to the Cup on ESPN LA. Dave Denholm and the aforementioned Mario Ruiz. We're bringing the latest news, previews, and reaction from soccer's biggest tournament and its biggest matchups. Road to the Cup is powered by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a special offer and locations near you. The Dodgers are very, very good, and they're about to get better. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis. Andy's in for DeMarco on 710 ESPN.
It's Evan Cohen. I was on with Sedano and Cap this morning, as I am every Tuesday, and I'm still wondering why the summer schwanz doesn't begin until July 9th. Also, gosh, Sedano loves to argue. Meanwhile, be sure to start your day and your early drive with us on Sportsmanlike on ESPN LA from 3 to 7 a.m. before the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Me, Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, Michelle Smallman, plus Pat the producer, Grumpy Nuno. We'll see you Wednesday morning on ESPN LA.
It's Bethel Durant, and right now the summer deals are sizzling at Northridge & Wonder Soda. Lease a brand new 2026 Tacoma for just $279 a month for 36 months plus tax. That's $279 for a brand new Toyota Tacoma. It's got to be Northridge and Wonders Toyota.
Lease based on 2026 Tacoma model 7146. Total SRP of $39,199. Lease and purchase amount of $29,007. $39.99 due at signing includes first month's payment and $750 acquisition fee. Security deposit may be required. Unapproved credit, tax, title, license are extra. Excludes dealer doc fee of $80. Offer ends 6/30/2026.
All right, guys, real talk. Are you a crust lover or one of those crust leavers? Because I got to tell you, Pizza Hut's new crispy parm pan pizza is next level. It's the original pan crust you already love, but now they've baked Parmesan cheese right onto the edge. I'm talking crispy, golden, cheesy crunch with that soft, fluffy inside. Grab a medium, one-topping crispy parm pan for just $11.99 or go large for $3 more. Order now at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese, toppings, and recipes.
Welcome to Milagro Tequila, where the sun shines, good times roll, and tequila pours. Take a sip of sunshine this summer with Milagro Tequila, crafted from 100% Blue Weber agave for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Shake up fresh margaritas with Milagro Silver. Mix the perfect paloma with Milagro Reposado, or enjoy the rich, smooth taste of Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Find Milagro at your favorite retailer, in-store, and online. Tequila never tasted brighter. Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. Catch every Mexico and USA match live, surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Join us every Mexico and USA match at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com. That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
And it is a special edition of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Travis Rogers, Andy Kamenetsky live today for the Summer of Soccer, live at Hard Rock Casino Tejon. Hard Rock Casino Tejon is the best place to cheer on your favorite team. The easiest drive from downtown LA. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Once again, broadcasting live from Hard Rock Casino Tejon. Back to Travis and Andy, live on ESPN LA.
The summer of soccer, Andy, and you and I are both all in.
All in.
Especially here at Hard Rock Casino Tejon. Look, we got
definitely.
the matches on, we got the bar, we got the slot machines in the background. I've not gone through every aisle. I don't know if the Wonder Woman slot machine is here, but I'm a huge fan of the Wonder Woman slot machine.
I have actually gone through every aisle. I like to, when I arrive in a casino, clock everything, scope it out.
Yeah.
Just see what might be available for my entertainment, depending on where the day brings me.
I understand. I just like that 1978 Linda Carter vibe is really speaking to me. I feel like I want to pump a few dollar bills into that thing.
I have not seen it here.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Truth be told, slots are not my thing, so that's not typically what I'm looking for, but I did
You're a poker man.
I am a poker man.
Yeah. You like to read the faces of the fellow competitors. You like to read the room.
Yes, I do.
Compete against the crowd.
I do, and if there's ever been a moment, anybody who plays the game, if you've ever put somebody else on tilt at a table, You will never forget it because it is the most amazing feeling.
So there's the old poker adages, right? If you can't spot the sucker at the table, it's you.
Mm-hmm.
I've never spotted the sucker. so I like to stay as far away as I possibly can.
Clearly, you're not quite the sucker because you don't sit down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, that you can't spot the sucker at the table only matters if you're actually sitting down.
We were playing poker at a casino one night, and we were playing in a tournament, right? And people leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like their blinds just going automatically, and they're just punting, waiting for the end of it to come. I'm like, yeah, this is none. This is the deep end of the pool. I need to be careful here.
I am not a good tournament player. I'm a much better cash game player. Like playing in a tournament is a much different strategy than just playing a cash game. And I've discovered over the years, I'm not great at tournaments.
Yeah.
I'm much better just playing a straight cash game.
All right. So tonight the Dodgers are going to get Tommy Edman back in the lineup. And it's funny. It feels like 100 years ago when Edman got traded to the Dodgers. He was hurt. They had him on ice for a while, and then he comes in. He wins the National League Championship Series, most valuable player. He's incredibly important to what they do. And then last year comes around. He gets off to a pretty good start, and then he just basically battles injuries for most of the season. He never really quite gets all the way back. He starts this season on the IL. Here we are in the middle of June, and you're finally going to get him back tonight. That's important because he can fill a lot of different holes. He's a switch hitter. He's a very versatile player. But with that in mind, this is what the Dodgers have put together one of the best records in baseball. They're still the heavy favorites to win the World Series. They're running away with the NL West. We're not even at the halfway point. And they've done it without Tommy Edman, who comes back tonight. They've done it basically without Edwin Diaz the entire season, the number one closer on the market that they went out and spent $60 million on. They've done it without Blake Snell really pitching at all. He's pitching one game, and it wasn't very good. They've done it basically without Tyler Glasnow all season long. Big surprise there because Mr. Durability. Kyle Tucker is having a bad year by Kyle Tucker standards. Mookie Betts is having a bad year by Mookie Betts standards. Will Smith is having a bad year by Will Smith standards, and yet they're still pulling away with that.
You know what's crazy? I don't remember. It was like a week or so ago during a crosstalk. We were talking about the Dodgers. And I remember you brought up Edwin Diaz.
Yeah.
And in my head for a second, I was like, why is Travis talking about Edwin Diaz? Like, difference does he make for that? And then I was like, oh, bleep. Edwin Diaz is on the Dodgers. Like, I had forgotten that guy was even on the team because he's been hurt for so much of the season, and it hasn't mattered. Like, I remember when he got hurt, waiting for the inevitable discussion about the bullpen implosions and how are the Dodgers going to manage to win despite their bullpen and it hasn't happened. So I forgot he was on the team.
Yeah, he only pitched in a handful of games, and Tanner Scott slides right into that role and has been very, very good. You know, a couple of hiccups here and there, but that's just kind of the normal process of being in that role. His year last year was disappointing, but he's too good of a player. And I think that's what is going to happen with a guy like Kyle Tucker, who we got to see a little bit last night, who bounces, comes into the Dodgers making $60 million a year for a guy that they really didn't need, that he's a very talented player, but was just kind of like the curly cues on the document. He wasn't the main thing. And he's been pretty bad, quite frankly, and he's been horrible at the price. But even by his standards, it's just way below the line. And if he starts to heat up, the floor of this team just comes up so high, and it's already so high to start with.
Two things. First of all, Rock just scored, so it's now 1-1.
The equalizer, Andy.
The equalizer?
Yes, that's what they're called now, the equalizer.
The equalizer. A rock or the tying goal?
The tying goal.
Okay. I didn't know.
Maybe a rock, too. I don't know about that. But I do know that the tying goal is the equalizer.
Yeah, I didn't know if you meant a rock, that was their nickname as a team, or the guy that just
scored
the goal.
Just a rock is the equalizer.
I didn't know if the equalizer just scored because that's what the equalizer does. Everybody knows that.
I think that's also Queen Latifah's the equalizer.
And Denzel.
Yeah.
They're all the equalizer. Yeah. But so, 1-1 Iraq, Norway. But when you're talking about Kyle Tucker, like one of the things about this team that is the Dodgers that's such a luxury for everybody involved is that your performance matters, obviously, in particular once you get to the playoffs. It's really going to matter. But during the regular season, you have the luxury of being able to work through slumps or hiccups or whatever without it dragging down the team. Like Roki Sasaki started out really bad this year. May was really good. He was very good in 5 starts in May. Then had one good June start. His last one against, I believe it was the Angels, not very good.
No, it was the one after that. It was the White Sox.
White Sox.
Yeah.
Not very good. We'll see what comes next. But big picture, Roki Sasaki's development matters. Immediate picture, it doesn't. Like Kyle Tucker, it matters if he can straighten himself out because they're on the hook for a lot of money to him. But right now, it's not extreme urgency. I also was wondering, too, I was listening to an unnamed podcast with one unnamed host and then also Harry Ruiz.
I've heard it's very good.
I've heard it is good.
Yeah.
It's very good. But Harry pointed out to the unnamed co-host that Kyle Tucker, his road home splits are vastly different, way better on the road. And it got me wondering if maybe Tucker is feeling more pressure in front of the LA fans because, like, his road splits are not where you want them to be necessarily either, but they're good enough. They're solid. The discrepancy is wide.
So what's interesting about that, and I'm not saying that that's wrong, but here I want to put Sasaki and Tucker together for a second. Roki Sasaki came over with far more fanfare than and deserved is the wrong word, but it was disproportionate to his level of accomplishments, right? He was just, and I've said this 100 times. If his name were Rick Smith instead of Roki Sasaki, and he was just a guy that they signed, but because he was on the heels of Ohtani, because he was on the heels of Yamamoto, it's like, oh my gosh, we got another Japanese megastar because everybody wanted him. It was, all right, go do it. He was a work in progress, and he continues to be a work in progress, but the frustration for Dodger fans about Sasaki was real. You could feel like, this isn't working out. There was frustration from the fans. Kyle Tucker doesn't have that. Dodger fans don't give a damn about Kyle Tucker. I'm not even quite sure they know he's here. And I understand that the economic impact that he's probably feeling internally is real because you want to earn your money, you want to contribute to a winning team. But Dodger fans aren't booing him when he comes up like he's ripping off the team. They're not beating him up because he's taken $60 million and he's a one-WAR player at this point in his in this Dodger season. Whatever pressure he's feeling is almost entirely self-inflicted. Like, Dodger fans don't react to him at all. And I think that's both very strange for a guy making that kind of money who's a free agent acquisition, and also I would think a little liberating for him because if he were in New York or Chicago or Philadelphia and he had taken all that money, they'd be burying him night after night.
Well, that's great for him, but at the same
time, Andy. No, the unequalizer. 2-1.
Was it that same strapping man, the blonde man with the ponytail?
Looks like a nice day in Philadelphia, by the way. My goodness.
That guy number, I think.
There he is.
Number 8.
Let's see.
That guy looks the part.
Yeah, he does. Man bun, fit. Yeah. Oh, it's almost an own goal.
Oh, it's that same guy.
That's him. Yeah, 2 for 2.
He's like 6'4", blonde ponytail.
The Rock goalie trying to clear it out of the box, and he just kicks it right into the Norwegian player, right into the back of his own net.
Yeah, that was a mistake. They're going to have to bring out the equalizer now.
Now Rock needs a second equalizer. Yeah. They need both Denzel and Queen Latifah.
That's what they did. Oh, it's Holland. Apparently his last name is Holland.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
Holland.
Yes.
Yeah,
sure.
Holland doesn't work.
yeah. Holland's a different place.
Yeah, Holland.
Yeah. But the pressure that Tucker is feeling, to me, is get over it. And much easier said than done, but it's not like they're booing him. It's not like when he comes up, it's like, all right, go earn your money. It's like Ohtani will do it. Freeman will do it. Max Muncy will do it. Teoscar Hernandez will do it. Pages will do it. If he starts to do it, that's fine. Dodger fans will take it, but he's nobody's favorite player. Nobody's frustrated by him.
But he may recognize, maybe, and this is obviously armchair psychiatry of a guy that I've never met before, but he may recognize, okay, the minute this team starts slumping, then people are going to start paying attention to my contract. Like, I want to start getting myself right before we hit some type of skid, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, wait, Kyle Tucker makes how much?
Yeah. I mean...
And there's pride. I mean, there's pride involved as well.
There is, and I keep coming back to this, and as frustrating as it is to be sitting here on June 16th and see him performing at the level that he is, there's still a lot of time for him to perform like Kyle Tucker. And baseball is one of those things that you can say, the numbers will be the numbers at the end of they almost always are. And especially for a player like him at this point in his career, for him just to fall off a cliff would make no sense at all. So I think it's coming.
I would imagine that it is, but again, it speaks to the depth of this team that nobody is talking about this at all.
At all. Join Beto Duran next Thursday, June 25th at Mercado Gonzales in Costa Mesa, one of my favorite places in the world, for this summer's biggest football watch party experience. Experience nonstop game day energy, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and incredible food like fire-grilled asada tacos, quesabirria, ceviches, and churros.
Oh.
Cheer the entire Mercado.
You do not need to care about soccer at all to get into that.
Kelly and my daughter and I, we went to the Mercado like 2 weeks ago. We sat at the bar and listened to music and just hung out for like an hour. It's incredible. It's just one of the best places. Cheer along with the entire Mercado, all tournament long. Mercado Gonzales, where every match tastes better. Greg's going to hop in. We're going to do a little first pitch. And Dodgers, I think, have cracked the code on how to get ready for the postseason in June and July. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Trav. Andy's in for DeMarco on 710 ESPN.
Wednesday morning on the Sedano and Cat Morning Show. Well, what a Tuesday it was, huh? A lot of fun and frivolity, a lot of silliness, a lot of craziness, and oh yeah, we talked a lot about Bergie's Tookus.
Violated. I was violated for the first time.
Coming up Wednesday, it'll be a windy Wednesday. Brian Windhorst from ESPN will finally put a bow, him and Sedano, on the NBA Finals. And of course, Gregory Arthur Bergman will have that Dodgers baseball. Join us Wednesday. Smile. Put a smile on your face along with your sports radio, will you? We'll see you Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. after Unsportsmanlike, right here on ESPN LA.
The next great story in Los Angeles is happening in Glendale. Hyundai of Glendale is now open. Lease a new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SC for just $299 a month. Plus, enjoy owner's assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Call 818-222-8000 or visit HyundaiofGlendale.net.
$299 per month plus tax. Closed-in lease for 24 months. $39.99 total due at signing plus government fees and taxes. On approved above-average credit through HMF. Zero security deposit. 75 miles per year. 20 cents per excess miles. Expires 6/30/26.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
This is the afternoon show with DeMarco and Travis.
If I came in a tank top and dolphin shorts, you'd be like, what's up, dude? What's going on over there?
DeMarco and Travis continue.
I couldn't have been scareder. Is that a word?
More scared?
More scared.
Back to the guys.
All right, Andy and I are here at Hard Rock Casino Tejon watching Norway and Iraq right now. 2-1 Norway just before the end of the first half here in the opening round of the World Cup. Andy, you did not participate in our Trudell pool, right?
No, I did not, actually.
Okay. All right. Greg, I know Greg, who's back in our studio. He's participating in the pool. Greg, which two teams did you get?
So I got France, which is a really good one. They
nice
won
win
today.
For you today.
Yeah, 3-1. Kylian Mbappe with 2 goals. And I also have the Congo. So I'm not.
So you got France.
Yeah, I got France. Yeah, that's basically that's how this is all going to work out. I get France, and that's about it.
How you feeling today, Greg?
How am I feeling? I am feeling fine, Travis. Thank you for asking. It's just, sometimes things are worrisome and you decide, you know what? You should probably go get things checked out.
Look, I'm gonna leave it up to you, Greg, to share with whatever. I know I just heard the promo coming in about what you talked about on the morning show. So I am just, when you told me what you were dealing with, I'm like, yeah, you need to go get that looked in at very, very quickly. I'm glad that you're feeling better.
Yeah, I mean, Morales has been talking about it all day on Lit. He just didn't happen to come in today for you guys since you're at Hard Rock Tejon. Otherwise, he would have started the show with my, let's say, bowel issues.
Yes, you're better though.
I'll make it kind for everybody out there. It's a little
good
bit.
idea.
Yeah,
that is P1 talk for Morales.
Yeah, no, that was very much for Morales. But I am okay. I'm gonna have to get a colonoscopy and do some stuff.
Not that bad.
No.
I had mine a couple weeks ago.
It's not bad at all.
Not that big of a deal. You'll be just fine, and a little peace of mind that comes along with it.
It just
All right,
reminds me that I'm not a young person any longer.
Dude, I was going to save this for later, and we can circle back to it, but I mall walked today, so don't even worry about going to get a colonoscopy. Yeah, I mall walked today. Now, it was a little bit of a down and dirty version of it. Yeah.
You went to the outlets?
I did.
Oh.
Now,
Did you spend money?
Not a dime.
Oh.
I walked the perimeter of the whole property. I never went through the actual stores.
Oh,
I just
so
did
good.
the laps around the property.
I'm $200 down.
But you actually you do this often. Like you walk just in
Well,
general.
I got up this morning. I wanted to get my steps in, right? And I'm like, they had treadmills at the hotel we're staying at, but I'm like, I'm not really a treadmill guy, so I'm going to go do a little outdoor walk. And I just started walking. I ended up at the outlets, and that property is enormous, so I just walked around the footprint of it 4 or 5 times and got my steps in and looked like I jumped in the pool by the time I was done.
Not that you would stray outside the lines with Susan, but did you pick up any 75-year-old ladies while you were there?
Oh my God.
It wasn't even open yet. It was me and the custodians.
Wow.
That's
Andy,
all it was.
Andy, when they're walking around the actual malls, they're 85, okay? So put a little 10 extra years on that.
Being an active senior is very important. It's how you lose bone density as an older man. You got to keep it moving. You got to get your steps in every day if you're going to stay in one piece. All right, tell me I've been trying to find another way to describe what I'm about to describe, and I keep coming up with this. The Dodgers have basically perfected the art of the pitching fluffer. Allow me to explain.
Okay,
please.
I need this.
They
You ready with that dump button?
They have somebody that comes in and does the work before the real work starts. They have a player like Eric Lauer, who is this season's pitching fluffer, who comes in and says, you know what, I'll pitch in May, I'll pitch in June, I'll pitch in July, and Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow and Edwin Diaz and the rest of you guys come in, and you get to go do all the good parts. You get to come in here and pitch in the postseason. You get to pitch in the games that matter. You get to pitch in the games with stakes. And this is a formula that they followed for the last several years. And I don't want to put like Robleski in there because he's obviously a young player who's ascending to a regular part of the rotation. Emmett Sheehan may or may not be what I just described, but it's close. But Eric Lauer knows he's never going to pitch in the postseason unless something goes totally haywire. He's going to probably not even be on the team by the time you get to the postseason, and yet he's out there doing real work against real teams last night, and it just dawned on me, this is genius. Just only have your good guys pitch at the end of the year if you need them to do it.
So we've talked about this a ton, though, but basically Andy knows all about this. You're describing Boogie Nights' version of the Dodger baseball. So this is something that they've been doing. We've talked about it a bunch where sometimes you're okay with it, sometimes you don't like it. This seems like what they do in general, and this is the only team that can actually do something like this. Roki Sasaki is going to come out of the bullpen in the postseason. So is Robleski, so is River Ryan probably. Like you said, Eric Lauer is going to be DFA'd most likely. He's not going to make it, but he's going to come back on, it's like the Orioles next year, and he's going to be at Dodger Stadium, and he's going to get a ring. That's just how this team works, and they do it. And so it's not really fair to other teams, but it's genius.
And they know what they're being asked to do. It's like, hey, come on in. Like, it's not a very glamorous job in a sense. Just get everybody ready for the real game.
It's sort of like the natural progression for a guy like Eric Lauer. Just last year he was on the Blue Jays and lost to the Dodgers in the World Series. This year, he won't necessarily get to participate in the World Series, but by proxy, he could get a ring from the Dodgers. And then maybe next year he actually is on a playoff roster for a team that he wins a ring for again.
Like, this is a guy that wasn't pitching well for Toronto. The Blue Jays basically said this doesn't work. He's coming to the Dodgers, and he has been somewhere between not bad to pretty good. And I get it. There's a lot more offense surrounding him. I get it that the run production that he can work with is much different. But there has to be something there about the culture. There has to be something there about the coaching, about the analytics that say, do less of this and more of this, and just hone in on what you do really well. And we're going to use you until we don't need you.
Well, I will say this from Eric Lauer's perspective. Like, if you're looking to showcase yourself well, being a part of a winning team for a couple months with a role, even if you don't end up part of the postseason run, from a pure career preservation standpoint, there are worse ways to go about doing it.
No, and what he's doing right now is, you're right. He's pitched in 12 games, and with the Blue Jays and the Dodgers, 4 with the Dodgers. He has 2 quality starts with the Dodgers. He had none the rest of the time. Now, he also didn't start every game they had openers in Toronto for him. But since he's been here, they've won every single one of his games. He's 4-0, and he's not 4-0, but the team is 4-0. It just, he comes here, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to throw quality starts, 6 innings, 3 runs or less, and I'll just be I'll be a good 6th starter for you guys, and then eventually you just tell me to kick rocks, and I'll get a ring later.
And that's the thing. Like,
it's crazy.
Like, you just, and it's got to be a weird ask. Like, okay, come on in here. You're going to pitch. You're going to pitch a lot. You're going to get a turn in this rotation for the foreseeable future because Glasnow hasn't even started throwing again. Like, he's weeks, if not months, if not done for the season away. Snell is slowly working his way back. But you're going to be here. But the second that we get to the really good part, thank you for your service. We'll call you next May. I mean, it's just bizarre.
If your choices are that role for a few months for the Dodgers or DFA'd and unemployed, I think the Dodger gig sounds better.
Fluff the Dodgers.
That's the title of this video. Fluff the Dodgers.
It works. And then Snell cracks his knuckles. It comes in and finishes the scene.
He's like, oh, All-Star break's over. All right, let me just come in here and finish things off for you.
Why not?
It's incredible. So something that's completely different from this, but still has to do with the pitching. Are you on the same page as me now that Yamamoto is 100% the ace and number 1 starter of this team?
Yeah, I think I always have been. I think that I'm not so sure if you said everybody's healthy, everybody's on equal rest, and you get to pick one guy to go pitch one game for all the marbles, I think he's my first pick. And I'm talking about Skeens, Mizorowski, Sanchez, all of them. Because that dude has an unbelievable amount of fierceness in him that I don't think you learn or teach. You either have it or you don't. I'm not saying those other guys aren't really good pitchers. They are. But every time you got to have it. And this goes back to, think about 2 years ago when he was first here on this team. He was kind of, he missed some time early in the season, and then he was kind of off and on. And then they got into that Padres where they were down 3-1, or was it 2-1, I guess it was.
Yes, 2-1.
And all of a sudden, it was, hey, Yamamoto's got to pitch. We have to win tonight. He delivers. And since that moment, every time there's been a gotta-have-it moment, he hasn't blinked once.
Well, also, too, I would say that he's the number 1 ace on this team because if you really start getting technical about it in specific, if you got to choose between him and Ohtani, there's less to be concerned about externally with Yamamoto. You don't have to start thinking about, okay, how deep can I have Yamamoto pitch because I got to think about him hitting and how much is he wearing himself out with anything else and, the warm-ups and batting swings and whatever. With Yamamoto, he's just a straight pitcher.
Yeah, because Yamamoto, Ohtani, everyone's been looking. He has better stuff, overall stuff, where he can throw faster than Yamamoto. He has more pitches than him. His stuff is probably better overall, but I trust Yamamoto implicitly and in any situation. No matter what he did in the postseason last year solidified it for me. And then at the beginning of the year, remember when Eric Kratz and Andy McCullough were like, well, he's not technically a ace because he hasn't done it for enough years in a row. It was just ridiculous nonsense because every time he goes out there, I don't care about, you're right, Skeens, Skubal, Mizorowski, whoever. Mizorowski, yeah. Those guys could be great in the postseason. Skubal was good in the postseason. All I know is that dude went back-to-back games and pitched his ass off in the World Series.
In a 7-game series.
Right.
He won 3 games in a 7-game series.
Right.
It wasn't like he went 1-4-7. He went 6-7.
Right.
I mean, it was an incredible accomplishment. And look, this is meant with zero disrespect towards Shohei Ohtani. Everybody that listens to this show and listens to my podcast, you know how I feel about Shohei Ohtani. Yamamoto's a much better pitcher than Shohei Ohtani.
Yes.
Now the stuff may be close, but as far as understanding how to pitch deep into games, as far as being a little bit more efficient, as far as just understanding now, Ohtani may be able to do all those things, but he's just stretched a little thinner.
Yamamoto's had to focus more on going deeper because he knows if allowable, I'm going to do it. If the situation calls for it, I'm going to do it. With Ohtani, there's always the question of, should we do this?
Yeah.
Even if he's still okay, should we actually do this? It's different with Yamamoto.
It's very different. All these guys that they've signed, and Ohtani obviously is King Kong of this, and they've gotten every dime's worth out of Freddie Freeman. They've gotten every dime's worth out of Mookie Betts. But so far, the best one they've gotten other than Ohtani is Yamamoto, and it's not close.
You know what's funny about that, too? And, Greg, I'm sure you're going to remember this. At the time, when they signed Yamamoto, the reaction was not, oh, my God, the Dodgers did it again. It was, wait, they're giving that much to a Japanese pitcher? Never been in the major? Like, are you sure? It's not like everyone was like, oh, my God, like, checkmate, it's over.
His deal was $325 million. It was more than Garrett Cole, and he had never pitched one pitch in Major League Baseball. John Ireland was the exact same way. He was saying, like, I don't know, I would not give this money to this guy. He's never done anything. He's this pitcher from Japan that we've never seen in a Major League game, and he's getting more than Garrett Cole. That's insanity. And look what he did. He won back-to-back World Series, and he was a World Series MVP last year. The dude is amazing.
As important as that is, and it's incredibly important, but I think equally important, if not more important, is what he and Ohtani collectively have done to turn Japan into, by all accounts, a Dodger satellite system. And just be able to they are the most popular team. They are the team that everybody watches every single night. And if you are an aspiring Japanese baseball player, you want to go where these guys have gone. They've done an incredible job of turning on that Japanese money to kind of backfill what they're able to do at Dodger Stadium with all this other stuff. And as good as the product on the field has been, the economic weight that those two guys have brought to them is equally important.
Well, and look at what happens at other stadiums where they're putting on the boards, so, you know, like behind the hitters, they're putting Japanese brands behind them, so because they're making money on broadcasts for the other teams. They are a massive ecosystem.
My daughter was in Japan last year for a school trip.
Ohtani everywhere.
She saw a lot of Ohtani stuff.
People like him, it turns out.
Yes, he's popular over there.
People like winners that are handsome and nice and all that kind of stuff.
And
tall.
Yeah.
Like my son Bobby said, he goes, if Superman were Japanese, he'd look like that.
Yep.
That's exactly, he looks like Japanese
100%.
Superman. He's unbelievable. All right, Greg, glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
All right, you got it. We are here at Hard Rock Casino Tejon. We're watching a little World Cup action. We're getting ready for Argentina and Algeria, which is coming up at 6 o'clock as well. And even though DeMarco is not here, we're still going to have a little Far Side coming up next with AK. He's in for DeMarco. It's DeMarco and Trav, ESPN LA.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
Marcus is the brains behind the operation.
Wow. He's smart. Why can't Bergie be smart too?
Bergie is smart, just not as smart as Marcus.
No, Marcus is definitely smart.
I mean, he's not going to push back on that.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
I think like Cappy and I are probably similar levels.
No. You're smarter.
Yeah, you're smarter. Look at that.
Wait a second. How do we know this?
No, he's smarter than you.
Now, where are you in the smart rankings around here?
I mean, I'm not at the top.
Are we talking about everybody?
Yeah, the whole
like
station.
Emily and Marcus
Emily
are
and
pretty
Marcus
close.
are higher for sure.
They're up there.
But they are top two.
Okay, and then where would you? Who's the
I
bottom?
would say Travis is pretty darn smart.
You're the bottom.
He's
I'm the bottom.
Yeah,
you're
I'm the top. You're the bottom.
I'm like upper.
No, you're the bottom.
No, you're
Quack,
the bottom.
quack.
What does that mean?
When
What's
you
quack,
say
quack
quack,
mean?
quack,
What does
it
that
tells
mean?
people we did something wrong.
What did we do?
Yeah,
If we
you
don't,
did.
if we don't say anything, it just
We're
goes
talking
away.
about
No,
the
it
top and the
doesn't.
bottom of the rankings of smart.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Longer days, warmer nights. It's the perfect time to get together at Lazy Dog Restaurant. Whether you're catching a game or just catching up, there's something for everyone. Handcrafted burgers, fresh salads, and shareable bites and small plates for the table. Pair it with cold draft beer, refreshing cocktails, and don't miss happy hour and late night happy hour throughout the week. Hang out on the patio, bring your crew, and stay a while. Lazy Dog Restaurant, locations across Southern California. LazyDogRestaurants.com.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. Catch every Mexico and USA match live, surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Join us every Mexico and USA match at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
This Father's Day, do more with Dad and spend less with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him fired up with a new grill and accessories, like the Next Grill 5-burner for just $299, so you can spend more time together while he becomes the grill master he was always meant to be. Or build memories with savings on top brand power tools so you can tackle projects side by side. Gift more and do more together this Father's Day with help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See HomeDepot.com/price match for details.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show right here on ESPN LA.
The Far Side.
And it's time for The Far Side, presented by our friends at Highlands.
The Far Side.
Weekday afternoons at 4 p.m.
Time for The Far Side with DeMarco Far, right now on the Travis and DeMarco Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
All right, so we, Travis, are men of a certain age.
Yes.
Like in our 50s. Laura, I would not ask you.
You're in your 50s?
I am in my 50s.
I'm 37. I don't got a problem saying it. Yeah.
Yes, I am in my 50s. And there's always talk about people of a certain age having the proverbial midlife crisis.
Okay.
And I had not felt like I was entering a midlife crisis. Like, if anything, I'm just sort of dealing with midlife stress. Like, sometimes the stress in your life, particularly if you have kids and people depending on you, that can be so just prevalent. You don't even realize individual moments of a crisis. But it dawned on me a couple weeks ago that I may be in the middle of a midlife crisis. And the way that it is coming out. Manifested, good word. I know that I'm a big movie guy anyway, and I enjoy watching movies as it is. I have my whole life. It's always been something I've been super into. I have developed this obsession with seeing basically every single movie I possibly can, like looking through the Turner Classic Movie Guide.
Okay.
Like I will be looking days in advance to start DVRing stuff. Or I've been going through like HBO Max. They happen to have
they're great.
They have a great catalog of older movies like trying to remember, I think it's actually partnered with Turner Classic. I have been like DVRing, haven't watched them all yet, but like DVRing all these Japanese movies, or like this movie called Lady Snowbird that I believe it's Chinese from like the 70s, that was apparently a big influence on the Kill Bill movies. Movies, by the way, I'm not even that into.
Yeah.
I've wanted to see Lady Snowbird. I have seen in the last 2 weeks 3 movies that had Jim Brown, Donald Sutherland, Ernest Borgnine in all 3 of them. I have been on just this DVR.
That is a specific taste.
Yes, no, the 3 movies. The Dirty Dozen, which I'd seen before, but I wanted to rewatch it.
Sure, that's a classic.
The Split, this movie from like the late 60s, where it's actually pretty fun. They get together, this crew assembled by Jim Brown, to rob the Coliseum in the middle of an old Rams-Falcons game.
Terrific. By the way, you just don't say another word. I'm in on that movie.
It's very similar.
What's
to
The Split?
It's called The Split.
Okay.
It's not a great movie, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember now the third movie that the three of them were in as well. I have just been on this tear of needing to see everything, and I'm wondering if it's because I'm starting to feel like I'm getting older. I may run out of time.
Yeah, I was going to try to peel that onion a little bit. Like, why this sudden urge to go back and watch movies because you weren't born. These aren't movies like you saw as a kid and you were trying to because I will find myself, for instance, watching a lot of Me TV, right? A lot of Emergency and things like that because it reminds me of when I was 8 years old. And it's like, okay, this is kind of fun again, but these are before your time.
Can I okay, so somebody on the chat said, what is DVRing? Obviously, I know what it is, but I haven't heard people doing it anymore because we have like the stream. Are you meaning like tabbing?
Yes, I'm not using like a TiVo.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Let's bring you back into this.
Recording it. I'm recording it. I'm not actually TiVoing it. I don't own a TiVo. Do you still?
No, do you really?
It's not a TiVo brand TiVo, but I still have. Yeah, I have a DVR and I watch stuff off of it almost every day.
Wow.
Yeah, but I have been on.
Did you not hear me say I went on a mall walk this morning?
Hey, I went, but I spend money. So.
What did you buy?
I have a shopping issue. I love shoes.
Okay.
So I went, obviously, outlets, right? So they're cheaper. And I was like, $30 Jordans. And they have 20% off.
Oh.
And Nikes. And another pair of Jordans. And then I called my boyfriend. He's like, no, you already bought shoes over the weekend. You bought 2 pairs. How many pairs do you think I ended up with tonight?
Today?
Yeah.
4.
Oh, close. I put one back. 3.
Oh.
But, okay, to your point,
so
though,
bad,
Laura,
though.
I think also one of the reasons I've landed on this particular midlife crisis manifestation, if that's what it is because it's affordable. Like, I'm leaning into the streaming services that I'm already paying for. I'm just going ham with the record button and the, my stuff tab.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
my stuff.
Oh, I got a lot of stuff
tab.
in my stuff.
Were you guys like black and white movie guys?
Oh, I've watched recently The Big Sleep, which I'd seen before, but it had been a long time. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
That's a Western, right?
Yes, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
I had a professor that got us into like black and white movies when I first started broadcasting, and that's all I wanted to see. And I dated a guy that was like wanting to be a director and right? And he would be like, watch this. And they were all so bad but so good all at the same time. It's so weird to describe.
My attention span is about 3 minutes. and if you can't hook me in 3 minutes, I'm out. And the movies of that era are slow builds a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to get in there and wait to kind of get invested in this stuff. Like after 3 minutes, I'm like, well, I haven't looked at reels in about 90 seconds. Let me flip through this for the next 4 hours.
Well, The Split, though, like I sasaid, you may like that just because you'll see old footage of the Rams from like the late 60s.
You have no idea how specific that is because like I told you a second ago, I watch old episodes of Emergency, and there's an old episode where they cover an SC UCLA football game at the Coliseum, and there's like maybe 15 combined seconds of footage of the actual football game, and I love it. So I'm in on The Split. I want to see it.
You have people interested on The Split here on the chat. They're like, oh, we're in. Now we got to see it. Now I want to see it.
It's not a great movie, but it's a fun movie. I enjoyed it.
Are you watching any new movies in conjunction with your old movies?
Oh, yes. Also, I have been, a lot of my stuff has been also newer movies. I feel like this is my midlife crisis, is I just have this urgency now to see everything.
Better than buying a convertible.
Yes.
Or shoes.
Again, it's an affordable midlife crisis.
Yeah, well, she's doing the outlets. You're getting 30% off, and you're shopping the outlets. You're all right.
I feel this is girl math, right? Like if you go and you see the price, like one of the pair of shoes was like $120 if I would have bought it at a Nike store. So it's like I spent $90-something on just that store.
Did you call Susan and get that explanation? Because do you know how many times I've heard exactly that? Well, no. It's not $400. It's actually only $300. So I saved $100. No, you spent $300.
Now we saved.
No, you didn't. You spent $300.
Every girl understands
Your
girl
bank
math.
account did not go up by $100. It went down by $3.
But it didn't go to 400, so technically I still made some type of money.
Oh my!
there.
You guys are all in on this together, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl math
my
is a
wife
thing.
can be part of this club.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Did you ever look at a purchase like that? Ever?
I have decided a long time ago, better to be in the dark. Much better to be in the
I don't
dark.
mind spending money, but don't rationalize it as I'm only wasting less money than just go waste it. Let's go have fun.
It's just easier to stay.
See,
out
did
of
you talk to Christian? Because I feel like that's
Just look, if you said, "Hey, I went out and bought 3 pairs," okay, great. Don't come back with, "I bought 3 pairs of shoes and I saved $100." No, you didn't.
By the way, according
you
to
didn't.
According to IMDb, the game footage in the movie The Split is actually from Rams Falcons, December 3rd, 1967, at the Coliseum.
Wow.
The Rams did win the game 20-3, but unlike the way it's presented in The Split, it's a regular season game, not a playoff game.
Okay. So, in the Split, it's a playoff game.
Well, because there's more money coming in.
Oh, it's big. It's a big
game.
gate.
Yeah, big gate.
Back when the gate was the way you made all your money.
Yes, I know. Now this doesn't work because everyone's just buying things digitally.
Yeah. By the way, it's kind of a drag, right?
I know.
I want the old ticket stubs back. I know you can do the commemorative things, but it's on your phone.
But the modern version of Ocean's 11 or whatever sucks. It's just it's basically having to break into someone's blockchain or something like that.
Yeah, I got a chance at that. Yeah, just break into my. Yeah, sure. I got nothing for you. All right, the summer of soccer continues, and Rock and Brews is your headquarters for every match. Catch all the action on massive LED screens with game day food and drink specials and an unbeatable atmosphere. Bring your crew and cheer on your favorite team at Rock and Brews. Visit rockandbrews.com for your nearest location. All right, Andy, let's go and talk a little Lakers. I need you to walk me through the order of operations about what's going to happen once we get to free agency, what domino needs to fall first for everything else to get to where the Lakers want to get to. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis. Andy's in for DeMarco. We are here at Hard Rock Casino Tejon. It's ESPN LA. And let me ask you this. I drove out here today, and my car was running at its absolute best. You know why? Because I had it in at Valvoline not that long ago. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. And coming out here, right, we're at the Hard Rock Casino Tejon here, and coming along, I saw 2 different guys broken down on the side of the road. And thinking, that's a pretty lousy way to start your week on the side of the road. We got 4th of July coming up, right? You're going to have to go to your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your best friend, the beach, the mountains, the lake, wherever you're going. Get there in one piece, safe and sound, peace of mind, with your car running at its absolute best. So go to Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Before you head out on that road trip, make sure that everything running's at its best. You don't even have to get out of the car. You can kind of sit there, you can close your eyes for 15 minutes and just chill out, have a good time, stare at your phone like we were just talking about, and let them go to work on your ride with everything that they got going there. Oil changes, tire rotations, wipers, lights, and a whole lot more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out, all in about 15 minutes. And no matter where you are right now, I can tell you there's one close to you. Over 100 locations ready to help you get your ride ready for the road in no time at all. Here's how you find one of those locations, SoCalOilChange.com. And while you're there, grab a coupon off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
And you know we are LA's mega sports station. You spend every day with us on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. But quite often you see us on the streets. The ESPN LA street team rolling up across the Southland and pulling up at the hottest events. Baby, let's cruise. You know who takes care of our rides? Our friends at George Chevrolet. The GM, John Good, his fantastic team. Find out more at GeorgeChevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Our ESPN LA street team, driven by our friends at George Chevrolet. George Chevy, off the 91 freeway in the city of Bellflower. Thanks to George Chevy for making our ESPN LA street team absolutely beautiful, man.
The great part about being a dad is the ability to fall asleep in my chaise lounge in Oasis. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Soccer watch party at Sideline, Saturday the 20th. Adidas giveaway and Av Alta players. Go!
Number 2.
A free bucket cap for Dad, the 21st. Then Father's Day bingo to win a share of over 25 grand.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away 3 Corvette Stingrays June 28th. You could drive off a winner.
Morongo, good times.
Summer of soccer is here, and there's no better place to watch than Rock and Brews. Catch every match on massive LED screens with surround sound, drink specials, and game day favorites like our new El Clasico burger. Whether you're backing Team USA or cheering on your home country, grab your crew, raise a glass, and catch every match at Rockin' Brews, serving those who rock. Visit rocketbrews.com for your nearest location.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
So, I fall. Kind of, sort of frequently.
Yeah, but you get back up.
I get so far.
Yeah, you get up. There you go.
DeMarco and Travis continue. Here are the guys.
You got your Missy burger on the way, Laura?
Yes, we just ordered it. I'm super excited because it looks delicious, but also huge, and I'm scared.
I want it with a milkshake. I want it with the fries. I want a Coke on the side.
I love that that's your messy voice.
I don't know why I think he sounds like that. Maybe
I don't think he does,
It's
but
just not, I'm sure he doesn't. But that's exactly what he sounds like.
For his sake.
Cross with a 4-year-old. That's just kind of what I mean. I see. He's just. I know he's the best player in the world, or at least is he still the best player in the world?
I don't know because I'm not in the world like that.
Okay.
But I know people consider him the GOAT. I know there's like debates of him and Ronaldo, but yeah.
I just feel like he just looks so small and pocket-sized.
He's no Haaland, that's for sure.
No, that guy looks like a Viking.
That guy is big.
Okay. I swear, ChatGPT scares me because when you guys said he looks like the guy, I was like, you know what? Let me go to ChatGPT, and I said, make me a character, and I put a Norwegian player, and it spit out this guy that literally looks real.
All it's missing is the man bun.
It literally looks real,
Yes.
and then I had to confirm. I was like, this is not a real person, right? And ChatGPT said, no, I made it up. That's so crazy.
No, this Haaland fellow on Norway, if you went to Central Casting and you were looking to make a movie about a Norwegian soccer team and you needed the star player, you'd hire that guy, whether you can act or not.
That's hilarious. But you're right.
It'd be like those guys in those insurance commercials who can't get the lines right. He just stands there and looks perfect.
Oh, yeah. No. I mean, he absolutely looks the part.
Hey, Haaland, turn to your right. Turn to your left. Okay, scene.
No. Talk less. Talk less.
Please don't talk.
All right, so we're getting closer to the opening of NBA free agency, just a couple of weeks away, even maybe less than that, right? Maybe a week and a half or so.
Well, the draft is the 26th,
okay.
And free agency, I believe, begins June 30th.
June 30th. Okay, so exactly 2 weeks. 2 weeks away from the beginning of free. What is the order of operations for the Lakers? Now, the draft figures into this because maybe they trade that pick, maybe they draft a player that they can use in their rotation, hopefully. They haven't had a great deal of success in that of late. They've missed more often than they've had success. Or maybe you package that draft pick to go somewhere else, and all of a sudden you get a player coming back before free agency even starts.
Yeah, what they do during the draft is going to, I think, affect a lot of their moves moving forward, whether you're talking about addressing specific skill sets or what is available in their cap space, stuff like that. As far as order of operations goes, I think Austin will be one of the last pieces formally handled, even if they've figured this out relatively early, just because his cap hold is so low compared to what everyone's expecting him to pay, that in order to re-sign him using bird rights to potentially go over the cap, not to get too in the weeds over all this, it makes sense to, I think at least, to have him formally signed last. regardless of when they come to actual terms with LeBron, I wonder if they look to figure that out relatively quick. You know, both sides have a number they're thinking. Are they in the ballpark of each other? Can they agree on that relatively early? Just because they're going to, and I think, unless I completely misread all this, they're going to renounce LeBron's bird rights because his cap hold is so big, it gets in the way of a lot of what they want to do. So I would think that they're going to be looking to figure out a number, if they can, a number with LeBron early on. Maybe they don't agree on that. LeBron had said before that he was thinking about not making his choice until late July, early August, which to me means, well, to me what that means is LeBron thinks I'm not going to get a salary that I want or that I think I deserve anywhere.
Right.
So that being the case, I might as well wait to see the dust settle and decide the situation I want.
What situation is he looking for? Because I agree with the logic of what you're putting out there. And I understand that this is probably the first time in LeBron James's entire life as an athlete where he plays next is not entirely up to him. He has agency in where it is, but it's not exclusive. Up until this point, it is, I will take the maximum amount and I will play over there. That's been the negotiation. There are no negotiations. It's entirely his choice about where he wants to go, and the money was never negotiable because he's going to get the max. So easy peasy, right? No big deal. That's not the case anymore. The money is a big sticking point. More money might be available over there in a less desirable situation. Less money might be over here, but it's a better setup for him. And, oh, by the way, the team has to it's not 30 teams that will bend over backwards to get him in. The list is remarkably small when you really think about it. There are not teams that are going to be beating a path to his door. Now, the ones that will make a lot of sense, but that's the part to me that is that has to be on his bingo card, right? Like, I have to do this at some point because other people have to get this stuff done. No, not everybody's going to wait around the entire time for me to pull the trigger.
Well, unless he is putting money to the side to the point where it's like, look, if I want to join your team, you'll be able to figure it. You'll be able to figure this out for me. Or if, say, there's been talk about him signing a mid-level deal with the Warriors. There may be discussions between Rich Paul and the Warriors where they keep that mid-level money or that space open. And the Warriors may also be figuring right now, looking at the landscape, there's nobody we'd rather sign for that money than LeBron anyway. So we might as well keep it open. And the Warriors, we saw last year, I mean, they spent a long time waiting around to figure out the Jonathan Kuminga thing.
Yeah.
I think at their own expense. But
yeah.
Nonetheless, they've been willing to do it. But this situation with LeBron, it's the first time in his entire career, because LeBron has been masterful at manipulating the situation the way he wants and manipulating his next move. And I don't mean manipulating in a derogatory way. I mean, you're literally manipulating the situation. This is the first time in his career that a team has discovered the exit ramp from LeBron before he's discovered the exit ramp from them.
Brings me to where I want to go next. We can get into this coming up. That exit ramp, and that the team may have figured out, that he may have figured out, it may be a loop that puts him right back on the same street all over again. Exactly. And I think that as dissatisfying as that may be, it may be the most likely conclusion. We'll get into that coming up next. We're here live at Hard Rock Casino Tejon. And we have a player down, and Andy's favorite Halal is Haaland. Haaland is back.
Oh, he's stretching the guy out.
He's also the team trainer, Andy.
He does everything.
He looks like a masseuse, too. He looks like a very skilled masseuse.
That's a very scary masseuse.
Yeah. Well, he gets in there. He's going to work out those knots.
He is a large, strapping fellow. I mean, like, he looks the part for anything physical.
Now he's getting ready he's in the box, Andy. He's getting in the box to try to prevent a rock from getting the equalizer, and that's the extent of my soccer terminology. Tune in tomorrow night for the guys that know all of this. The Road to the Cup on ESPN LA. Dave Denholm, Mario Ruiz bring you previews, analysis, and reaction from soccer's biggest tournament and its biggest matchups. Cheer with the entire Mercado all tournament long. Mercado Gonzalez, where every match tastes better. The cul-de-sac called the Lakers. Coming up next, it's DeMarco and Trav. Andy's in for DeMarco on 710 ESPN.
It's Evan Cohen. I was on with Sedano and Cap this morning, as I am every Tuesday, and I'm still wondering why the summer of Schwanz doesn't begin until July 9th. Also, gosh, Sedano loves to argue. Meanwhile, be sure to start your day and your early drive with us on Sportsmanlike on ESPN LA from 3 to 7 a.m. before the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Me, Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, Michelle Smallman, plus Pat the producer, Grumpy Nuno. We'll see you Wednesday morning on ESPN LA.
DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, California. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in California. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every single minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in California, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with code LA710, spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards. That's code LA710 in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim, issued in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends June 28th. Terms, dkng.co/predictions promo.
Keep it right here for the very best coverage of the 2026 NBA Draft. All your ESPN LA Draft coverage is driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
Marcus is the brains behind the operation.
Wow. He's smart. Why can't Bergie be smart too?
Bergie is smart, just not as smart as Marcus.
No, Marcus is definitely smart.
I mean, he's not going to push back on that.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
I think like Cappy and I are probably similar level.
No. You're smarter.
Yeah, you're smarter. Look at that.
Wait a second. How do we know this?
No, he's smarter than you.
Now, where are you in the smart rankings around here?
I mean, I'm not at the top.
Are we talking about everybody?
Yeah, the
so,
whole
like
station.
Emily and Marcus
Emily
are pretty
and Marcus
close.
are higher for sure.
They're up there.
But they are top two.
Okay, and then where would you? Who's the
I
bottom?
would say Travis is pretty darn smart.
You're the bottom. He's
I'm the bottom.
Yeah, you're.
I'm the top. You're the bottom.
I'm like upper.
No, you're the bottom.
No, you're the bottom. What does that mean?
When you say quack, quack, it tells people we did something wrong.
What did we do?
Yeah,
if we don't say anything, it just goes away.
No, it doesn't. The bottom of the rankings of smarts.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Getting pulled over for a DUI can be life-altering. Un momento, you're driving to your casa. Next thing you know, un grande problema. Right, Angelica?
Sí, Cappy, and the clock is ticking, with solamente 10 días to respond.
10 days is not a lot.
Cappy, the Fix My DUI program helps people move forward after a DUI with support and guidance every step of the way.
If this happens to one of our listeners or someone that they know, what should they do?
No espere y háblanos hoy, or visit fixmydui.org.
That's fixmydui.org.
Mason in Ireland.
Myles Garrett, the newest Ram, is our guest.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Hey, let me ask you, you wore a Godzilla t-shirt to the press conference. Tell me about the Godzilla t-shirt. What does it mean? Why'd you choose it?
I'm a big fan of Godzilla. When I see the movies and all the different, pop culture, art and all that, I kind of view myself as a kaiju, coming into wreck shop and take over. And it definitely was another thing, right there on the lake, coming out of the water. And, that's the kind of mental imagery that I had, and that's kind of how I viewed them sending me in. Like, I was like, I came and that was my one job was to wreck shop. And now I'm just moving from one body of water to the other. So that's kind of how I view myself. I've always been a fan of the big monster, the big kaiju, so I love Godzilla and know what it means to me.
Mason in Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Your real talk, real sports, real LA. Yo, what's up? It's Will I Am, and you're locked into DeMarco and Travis on ESPN LA.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on. Back to the guys.
So I've got an official word, Andy. It's Holland, like the country.
Oh, I was right the first time.
Yes, you were right the first time. You were right the first time. One of the better finishers in the World Cup. Apparently, an elite finisher. Perhaps not the best playmaker that we've seen, but he's the guy that's going to put the finishing touches on it. This is what I bring to the show, just deep insider soccer knowledge.
What did you call him?
Called him Holland to begin with.
No, but the Holland?
I called him Holland, and then I was corrected and told it was Holland.
Okay, so this is Holland, the guy I made up.
There you go.
The guy from
Holland is in the World Cup, and Holland is on your laptop. That's right. That guy looks more. I don't know what. More realistic.
Holland is
so weird.
Holland, the guy, looks more AI than the AI.
Okay.
That is true, actually.
Have you seen any of the trailers for the live-action Moana?
No.
No, I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay.
Right now. I got
follow-ups on that.
In these trailers, real Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is reprising his role as Maui, he looks like AI Dwayne Johnson, even though it's actually Dwayne Johnson. The thing is, he looks like an AI creation, but it's actually him.
What is your objection to live-action Moana, Laura?
Okay, so first of all, I feel like Moana hasn't been out that long to have its live-action movie. Two, I'm not a big fan of the Disney, I know you employ us, but of the live-action movies. Like, I wasn't super fan of, like, the Mulan one. Like,
There's Mulan, there was The Little Mermaid, there was
didn't,
Lion King.
It wasn't my favorite. Like, The Lion King was okay. Maybe because I grew up with the animated ones, so to me those hit harder. But even like my sister who has kids, they rather watch the animated versions than the live versions. It just doesn't hit for me. I don't know.
Well, you said before, that Disney employs us. Just remember, those live-action movies are how they keep employing us.
Yes.
They make
I think they're
billion.
Great, Andy. I might leave the show early just to go see if I can find an early screening.
Just to get in line?
Yeah.
You want me to fake the funk? I can. Okay, they're great. But if you want my real opinion,
Toy
I'll tweet
Story
it out.
5 this summer as well.
Oh, I'm
That's
excited
actually
for it.
getting great write-ups. That's actually supposed to be very good.
It's my second favorite of the Pixar universes. That Toy Story is great. I'm going to take The Incredibles with my. If we were drafting, I would take The Incredibles as my number one draft pick, but followed closely by Woody and Buzz.
Yeah, Toy Story, the whole franchise has been really good.
You're not affiliated with me.
It's in the new one, Woody's got a bald spot.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Terrific.
I love Toy Story, and at first I wasn't with it because I was like, oh, I don't know, there's too many already. But the addition of how kids don't play with toys anymore because of the technology really struck out to me. So I'm excited.
Well, the villain in the new one is an iPad.
It's an iPad, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Give me the spaceman. I'm in. All right. Let's go back to the Lakers real quick. This may be unexciting, boring.
Not sexy.
Not sexy. That's probably a better way of saying it. And quite frankly, it may be just kind of kicking the can down the road again, but for different reasons. What do you think the chances are that let's push the clock forward 9 months, okay? Not the entire time, but 9 months from now. Is this team, the Laker team, basically the team that we just saw? That it's going to be, obviously it's going to be Luka, but it's going to be AR, it's going to be LeBron, it's going to be Rui, it's going to be Marcus Smart, it's going to be DeAndre Ayton. It's going to be the same basic group of guys, all over again because, well, maybe not emotionally satisfying, it's the best option available to not just the Lakers, but it's the best option for those players in particular.
Two things. First of all, Norway just scored another goal, so it's now.
Was it Holland?
It was not Holland. It was a fella Erkstrand or Orkstrand, something like that. But he headed in off a corner kick.
Somebody in the
set
chat.
piece, Andy.
Set piece?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I didn't know.
Wow.
Somebody in the chat said that they called Norway was going to win 3-1. So I mean, they're pretty.
They're close.
They're close. Pretty
They're close.
spot on.
I think Mace has Norway in the pool.
He does.
Yeah.
I checked.
As far as the other question goes, the odds of running it back, more or less, not non-zero.
Do you think it's greater than 50%?
I would say 50% is at least the minimum, just because I've been thinking about this a lot with the Lakers, and Rob Pelinka, his big buzzword is optionality.
Mm-hmm.
We've been hearing a lot about optionality over the last few years. It's well known that Rob Pelinka likes to operate with a lot of optionality. They have a lot of optionality this offseason in the sense that they have the ability to trade. They don't have a ton of trade assets, but they have some. They have cap space. It's not never-ending, but they have it. They have draft picks. Like, they have the ability to make trades with their cap space. Like, they have options. I mean, they have optionality. I don't know if they have as many options as they want. They have more optionality than actual options.
It makes sense to me to do it again, and not just because there aren't a ton of super attractive free agents.
That's part of the lack of options.
There aren't some obvious trade targets that feel eminently acquirable, right? The players that you might trade might make you a little better. They might not. They might leave you right back where you are. And I think the other part that is attractive to me about just basically doing it again is they got a little unlucky. I don't think that they're on the level of San Antonio and with OKC and the Knicks and maybe one or two other teams. But that month of, what's before? March was really, really good. And they were playing against good teams. Remember, we were talking about they beat the Knicks. They beat the Rockets. They were going through a series of teams that they had typically struggled with that they were beating. And then Luka gets hurt. And then AR gets hurt. And then the whole thing kind of ended the way that was unsatisfying. I know that just kind of hoping you get lucky with health is not the best plan in the world, but it feels like a better plan than taking another big swing, and mostly not just because I think they're a 53-win team. They've got a star player in his prime. They've got other good players around them. They're not super far away, but I think what can really be different a year from now is letting the Dodgerification of this organization start to bake in. Let them look at it a little bit longer. If you think about when they moved in to the Dodger universe, it didn't change in the blink of an eye. It changed, but it took, and in baseball it's a little different because you can go and buy some players along the way, but it took them a minute to put their processes in place, and once those processes took hold and grew roots, we've seen the results of that. I think that's what needs to happen here. Get more smart people in the building. Get less, guys who, optionality. Oh, okay, cool. But what exactly is the plan? Not to have the option of 6 plans. Let's pick one of these plans and execute the vision to make the plan a reality. I think another year of that. I know the clock's ticking on Luka, but let this thing get smarter before you start just doing more of the same stuff you've done previously.
I don't think they have to be mutually exclusive.
Okay.
I mean, in part because you've had a decent sample size of this core. So in a lot of ways, I mean, I know you didn't get the extended look that you wanted at Luka and Austin in the postseason, but you've seen them play together.
Yeah.
Like, you know what their strengths are. You know what their weaknesses are. Like, we can look at this roster, and if you're looking to build around Luka and presumably Luka and Austin, the things that are needed alongside them. So if we can figure that out, they should be able to figure that out. Like, you need to let the front office hopefully become as smart as possible, bring in as many good minds as you can. I know they're still looking to fill out that second assistant general manager position.
Yep.
But at the same time, you have Luka in his prime, and unlike before with the Dodgers when Mark Walter and them first took over, they didn't have that same level of urgency to capitalize on a situation right now. The other problem, too, is from the optical standpoint,
you've had they've found different ways to justify what will feel like inaction to a lot of fans for the last couple of years. If you put it off one more year, unless it's just there truly are no better options out there, in which case it may speak to a bad plan leading up to this point, like a bad planning process leading up to this point, because that means maybe you should have been making other moves more aggressively in order to be in a better place now. Like that's part of the problem they're going to have with it, at least potentially, is it's going to start feeling unsatisfying, not just to fans, but maybe even to the players themselves.
Yeah,
unless they truly believe in what they have in that building.
I don't think there's been a plan in place. That's the part that's so frustrating. It feels like there's just the plan has been, let's win a title.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how?
Right.
Let's get some stars. Let's support LeBron. How? Like the how is what actually matters. Like we talked about Eric Lauer, we've talked about Justin Robleski and River Ryan and all of these other guys. Like they clearly had we're going to develop a bunch of young pitchers. We're going to just throw them left and right into this thing. We're going to take incredible care of our stars. Let them sit out. We're going to let them do. Like there's a clear vision of what the Dodgers want to do. There's a clear vision of the type of player that they want to have. Guys that are able to do a lot of different things. Very few players on the Dodgers do one thing. Most of them do multiple things pretty well. The Laker plan is, we compete for championships. How? How are you going to do it? And no one has been able to explain that to me other than we want stars and we want to maximize LeBron. That's not a plan. That's a hope.
Well, like, for example, I've heard a lot of people say after the Knicks won their championship that title showed that you don't necessarily have to build through the draft with young players like after a tank job, something like that, a la San Antonio, a la OKC, what to some degree Detroit was looking to do. And that may be true, except the Knicks plan took 4 years from where they first brought in Jalen Brunson in 2022 to where they are now. They made a lot of trades involving more good players on their roster that they eventually sent out that the Lakers don't currently have under contract. They also used a lot of draft picks to make some of these. Like, they used 5 draft picks on Mikal Bridges alone. The Lakers don't have five first-round draft picks, period, that they can trade.
That speaks to what we're talking. Like,
right.
It's the lack of the plan. It's like there was never we're going over there, and here's how we're going to get there. The Knicks and Leon Rose, it's like we're going over there, and it might take a little bit longer than anybody wants, but we're getting closer each year. The idea of what they're trying to execute was obvious and functional, as opposed to, we'll trade now, we'll go veterans. No, we're going to go young. No, we're going to draft. It's like there was never a through line to any of this stuff.
Well, and look, to be somewhat fair to the organization, whatever they were looking to do got completely thrown on tilt in a good way by all of a sudden getting Luka.
Sure.
And they have had to make an unexpected pivot. And they have not been in – this was before a team that was theoretically built around LeBron and AD, and there are still residual pieces of that they have not completely pivoted from, and there has not been a ton of time to do that. The problem is, though, they spent a couple years when it was still LeBron and AD transparently not believing in that duo anymore. You can agree with them, disagree with them, whatever. It doesn't even matter. But they clearly stopped believing in him. But they also didn't want to move off it either because they don't know what to do with themselves without stars.
They didn't have exactly right. They didn't know how to move off of them because no one had ever considered a plan without them.
Right.
No one. It's like anything else. You have to consider the doomsday scenario. You have to, as much as nobody wants to do hey, what does this look like without Luka Doncic in the middle of it? I guarantee you the Dodger people are considering what that might look like. Like if they had to hit the button and start all over. That's at least been discussed in what they might be able to get. And also to get him where he needs to go, that's priority number one. But there's an off-ramp, an alternate way to do this as well that I don't feel has ever been in place with this group.
Well, I mean, I remember during Rob and JJ's exit interview, I asked Rob, given the way there have been, and this obviously was before the Knicks won the championship, but given the way San Antonio and OKC and Detroit and a lot of teams, particularly in this new CBA, had been building through the draft with cost-controlled players, giving yourself a longer runway. That's not what the Lakers do. The Lakers are a very win-now, very immediacy franchise. And I asked him, what gives you confidence that you can still win that way in what may be a changing landscape. And, Rob did mention part of what you do is you're always looking for a player like Luka, and we have him in hand, which is true. It's absolutely true. But he also mentioned just those teams, San Antonio, Detroit, OKC, they went through rebuilds with losses, and that's not what the Lakers do, which is funny because it's not even what I asked him. I didn't ask him, why haven't you been tanking? I know the reason, and certainly with Luka, you wouldn't be looking to tank now. That doesn't make sense. But it speaks to, and Rob even said this himself, you have to often thread a needle. And just so it's not all doom and gloom, there's a real chance that the Lakers may this offseason be able to make a pretty significant trade. I don't even mean like Giannis, but bring in somebody that has a longer runway with this team, that fills some skill sets. Like, there's a chance that they can make some good moves this offseason. I just don't think they have put themselves in the position of strength that they like to project through the word optionality.
Yeah, I've never understood, and we can pick this up after tip or no tip. We can come back to it again because I think there's a misunderstanding that the two options are go for it or tank. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of room in between those two things. There's being strategic that isn't tanking, but also maybe backing up a little bit and saying, hold on a second, we can't get there right now, but we don't have to go all the way down here, but we need to wait for a second for the next free agent, the next trade, the next contract to come off the book. We'll get into that coming up, a little bit after 5 o'clock. But coming up next, we got a little tip or no tip. Laura's going to run that one for us. It's coming up next. Andy's in for DeMarco on ESPN LA.
Wednesday morning on the Sedano and Cat Morning Show. Well, what a Tuesday it was, huh? A lot of fun and frivolity, a lot of silliness, a lot of craziness, and oh yeah, we talked a lot about Bergey's took us.
I was violated for the first time.
Coming up Wednesday, it'll be a windy Wednesday. Brian Windhorst from ESPN will finally put a bow, him and Sedano, on the NBA Finals. And of course, Gregory Arthur Bergman will have that Dodgers baseball. Join us Wednesday. Smile. Put a smile on your face along with your sports radio, will you? We'll see you Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. after Unsportsmanlike, right here on ESPN LA.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. Catch every Mexico and USA match live, surrounded by nonstop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Join us every Mexico and USA match at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Los Angeles, your Rams have reloaded, and they're ready to kick off their 2026 campaign. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year Myles Garrett joins reigning MVP Matthew Stafford to lead the Rams into massive matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, Packers, and more. To experience every matchup live and enjoy home playoff ticket access, plus interest-free monthly payment plans and stadium event pre-sale access, visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Get your Rams season tickets today.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. 4 o'clock in the Southland. You know what that means. Time for Tip or No Tip. Tip or No Tip. With producer Laura. Tip or No Tip time. Take it away, producer Laura.
Thanks, Chris.
Will Chamberlain.
We are missing Chris here today.
Well, I mean, let's not be dishonest with the listeners. I mean, Chris isn't here. It's different, but missing? I mean, that feels like
I tried to make him feel good. It didn't work out. Okay. All right, moving on. All right. So I saw this and thought it was really cool. So Snapple is celebrating the Knicks' first NBA championship in over 50 years with a super limited collectible drop. So they made 100 special edition bottles of Snapple, but you can't just go and buy them on the shelves. You have to go through a scavenger hunt through New York City to find these bottles. So the social media, of course, loves something like this, and they're kind of going wild. And I wanted to know, tip or no tip, if this was something your team did, think about your favorite team, would you participate on the scavenger?
If there were something, I'll use this in a very specific sense. If there was something Dodger-related that there was a win at the end, whether it's a limited edition bottle or whatever it is, and it was in my very specific neighborhood, yes. If I have to go and work for it, probably not. But I like the idea of it. I just don't want to work that hard to get it.
Scavenger hunts, generally speaking, this type of thing are a lot of work.
Yeah.
But that said, if there was some type of rare Laker prize involved, that does sound kind of fun. I'm not going to lie.
I remember, I don't know, I want to say it might have been Justin Timberlake or NSYNC or something like that. They were doing something they would hide, and I remember one of it was like in Santa Monica Pier. And I was like, I'm not that far. Can I do it?
So you guys have probably seen him. There's a guy on Instagram that puts money somewhere.
Yes.
He'll put it in a tree, or he'll tape it to the back of a stop sign or something, and he'll take a very specific picture, and you're supposed to figure out where it is, and then if you're the first one there, you can get the money. There was one, I knew exactly where he was. It was kind of sort of near my house, and I think he put like a $50 bill in there, and I'm like,
$50 is not going to get me off the couch.
It's like 10 minutes. So I'm like, I'm not the only one that knows where that is.
Yeah.
No. So maybe I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't go do it.
I mean, if I'm doing the math correct, and it would take you 10 minutes to get this $50, is that the equivalent of $300 an hour?
It is. If I get there and it's still there.
Which is not a bad salary.
It's not, but then I probably have to put on my pants. I got a lot of stuff that.
Do you really have to though? You're just driving somewhere.
Well, it's on the stop sign. I got to get out. I can pull up right next to
I mean, if you're in boxers, who can tell the difference?
I did walk out my front door in boxers for 3 weeks in a row, and when my garage door wouldn't open, I'm like,
yes.
Oh, by the way, the bike's gone, Laura.
Oh wait,
gone.
Who?
Remember the bike in front of my house?
Yeah.
I called Susan yesterday because there was an e-bike in front of my house with the keys in it, charger attached for 3 days. Nobody, I have no idea who, directly in front of my house. I called Susan. I'm like, hey, is that bike still there? She's like, nope, it's gone. So either the owner finally came back or somebody finally.
Or that guy that wanted him.
No, because he said to me, he left me his car. He's like, hey, can you call me if this thing's still here? Because he thought I was selling it. I'm like, it's not mine. Go ahead and take it. He's like, no, I don't want to take it, but it's gone. Anyway.
That's interesting. Now I want to know who took the bike.
I know.
Do you have a Ring camera?
We don't have a Ring. My neighbors probably do. They keep checking.
That's just
but
the
that would
chismosa
require you
in
talking
me.
to your neighbors and asking them.
I do like. Well,
He's like, nah. Okay, moving on. I am a huge fan of mascots. I love Bailey, also Rampage, and now the Tower Buzzer. Okay, we love Maverick. But the World Cup has a new little star called Merlin the Duck. I don't know if you guys saw him. He is a 2-year-old duck from Mexico. He's in Mexico City, who became a viral sensation after the Mexico's opening World Cup win. He was dressed in a Mexican national team jersey, even had little matching socks. It was the cutest little thing ever. Merlin was celebrating in the streets with fans and quickly became an unofficial mascot. So I was going to say tip or no tip. Tip or no tip, you guys are down with viral mascots.
First of all, I believe that would be El Pato.
Oh,
El Pato, I love that.
For Merlin. I'm looking at Merlin right now. Actually, I kind of like this.
Isn't it amazing?
You know what? I'm not necessarily that into mascots in a costume.
Yeah, Chuck the Condor. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, I could kind of take or leave. Rampage is our guy. Baylor's our guy. It's all great, but I don't get excited by that.
Oh, I do.
I am a sucker, though, for someone like Merlin that's an animal, like a real
animal.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I am all over Merlin.
I like Merlin specifically because Merlin is cute and
so
Merlin
adorable.
looks like he's having a fun time. But no, I don't know. I'm mascot ambivalent. Like some of them I like, some of them are more obnoxious than others.
Yeah, like
I do like Merlin.
See, I get a lot of hate because people are like, you can't hate on Chuck, the Condor. He's just ugly.
Doesn't make any sense either.
He's just ugly. He's not a good-looking mascot. Like Bailey, good-looking mascot. Rampage, good-looking mascot. I'm not saying that they're not good at their job. Like, I'm not dissing them in that way. I'm just saying the costume itself freaks me out.
Give me Merlin.
Merlin's owner, by the way, is named Carla Gomez.
Yeah.
She's the owner of Merlin.
And Merlin also has exploded so fast on the internet that FIFA has reportedly invited Merlin and her to a photo shoot and a commercial.
How much are they going to charge her?
I just got it before. I was like, oh, touche.
Merlin may win next year's Peace Prize.
It's almost like FIFA's in it for the money.
Don't say hydration breaks. You don't. All right, here's another one. So talking and keeping with the World Cup here, a man here from Southern California is a super fan, and he has dedicated part of his life to attend World Cup. So in the past 32 years, since 1984, he is now attending his 9th World Cup.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, what the? Because I saw the prices, okay? I was like, sir, but he stated that it cost $25 when he started going to the World Cup. So he's put his job, his life, all that stuff. He's kind of put it on hold just for when the World Cup goes. So I wanted to know, if you were a super fan of a sport and it happened every 4 years, just like it does with the World Cup, would you put your life in a hold to follow said tournament?
I think
Tip or no tip?
I think by definition, if you're a super fan, that's what you do. And particularly if you're a super fan of something that happens only every 4 years, I kind of feel like if you're not willing to do this every 4 years, you're not a super fan.
The only way I could do it is if I were independently wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't take time off of work to shut down for a month to go watch a soccer tournament or to go to the Olympics or something like that. Like the burn rate is too significant. I got to keep getting money coming in. I can't just disappear for a while. And where this guy I think is really interesting, and he's got far more greater sense of commitment than I do. I had a nice little run going for the better part of 30 plus years.
Ooh.
Where I went to the Rose Bowl game, right? Every year from I was about 12 years old till I was closing in on 50. Okay, so you're talking nearly 40 years along the way. I missed 2 along the way. One, my son was born on New Year's Day, so we missed that one. And another one, we lost the tickets before there was digital stuff. The actual tickets so we missed. The pricing got so crazy that we're like, we can't do this anymore. It just was. It used to be like you're saying. This guy went for $25.
Yeah.
You used to be able to go to the Rose Bowl for $60, $65, $80, and now you're talking about numbers with commas in them.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't do this anymore.
And then also too, just going back to what you were saying about the ticket and how you lost it. Like if I'm spending, I know the Knicks did this, right? And some of the World Cup games did it. They gave you like a commemorative ticket. I want tickets. I like tickets.
Yeah.
I want that piece of reminder. I know it stays digitally on your phone, but I don't like that. It's not the same.
No. It's like the difference between streaming and physical media. Like it's just there's something different about that. I was also thinking about the idea of super fans and expense. It just dawned on me. If the Grateful Dead were still around now, do you know how expensive it would be to be a Deadhead?
It's
insanely expensive.
I genuinely, Mason said this yesterday, we were at HPC last Friday, and I was like, listen, I want to go to the match. And I tried to look for tickets, and to May's point, they took them down, probably because they might have gone down or whatever. But if you're going to do that, let me just, I don't know, man. It's an experience. I'm not even a soccer fan. We talked about this, but I want to experience it, and I can't. I'm super priced out of it.
Mason and I were talking about this yesterday. I thought they had a really fascinating conversation about. I think we've gotten to the point, and it's not coming. I think it's here. That if you are a regular person, you can't attend games anymore.
Yep.
We're just about there. That maybe you could go find a seat in the outfield at an Angel game where the Angels are lousy and then tickets are abundant. But if you want to see a premier event and sit somewhere, just I don't want to say a good seat, but just maybe even just get in the building now. Whether it's a Laker game, a Dodger game, forget a World Cup game, a Super Bowl, an NBA playoff game, a stand. It's just a regular person can't afford to go anymore. The numbers are so high that it's not we're getting there, we're there. And unless you're willing to go into crazy debt to do it, you just can't do it anymore.
And the other thing, too, it makes me really – I know Taylor Swift got a lot of heat for being at a Knicks game, whether she's a fan or not. That's not my – I don't got anything in that game. But my thing is people who waited so much, they're those fans that buy the merch, that watch every game, that no matter how much your team sucks, they're cheering and they can't go to those games. And it makes me so sad because we are really blessed to do what we do. And sometimes we do, hey, I have a ticket. Do you want to go? But if I wouldn't have gone to a lot of the games that I have in the past few years because I can't afford it. And I work. I have a full-time job. And it's crazy.
It's nuts.
As it turned out, Donald Sterling was just ahead of the curve. Like in terms of just my product is going to be bad team, but cheap entrance.
Yeah.
You can go see your good team at my venue for less money. Like he was just way ahead of the curve in terms of getting people inside a building.
And I get it. Like if you wanted to go see, but the day that the Dodgers play in Angel Stadium, you can't. That ticket goes through the roof again.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just the way that the secondary markets work now, and the way that you can do dynamic pricing. You can't. There's just very, very few good affordable deals left. Baseball's still the best one because there's more inventory, there's more games, the stadiums are bigger, all of those things. But it's just gotten to the point where if you want to go, you're going to have to dig deep, or you just have more money than you know what to do with. It's a drag.
It is, and my nieces and nephews love sports. And a lot of the times they're like, oh, they just think like, hey, I have tickets to give. And I'm like, that's not how that works.
No.
You know what I mean?
Especially, you know what? It kind of used to be, not anymore.
Oh, really?
Well, and I'm talking 30 years ago where they were around. They weren't. Now they're worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. You can't just throw them around. They have to go to places that work for you too. And it's a terrible thing to say, but you got to be a little strategic in how you hand these things out now.
Yeah, I mean it's coinciding at a time where TVs and entertainment systems and stuff like that are becoming so good. A lot of people feel like I enjoy the experience more at home anyway. I think particularly, the Rams are an incredible team to watch.
Yep.
But like NFL, for example.
Oh, NFL is ridiculous.
Person, boring. But NFL, the in-stadium product for the NFL can be really hit or miss.
Yes.
Not to sound like a Rams shill, but one of the reasons the Rams are about as good as you can ever rely on is the team's always good and they're always exciting.
Yes.
And that can offset a lot of stoppages. I mean, there's so many stoppages in the NFL.
To go to an NFL game is fun if you want to go to an NFL game. If you want to watch an NFL game, the television is the best place to watch an NFL game because you get the entire picture of it. If you want to go have a great day and a great time, nothing beats it.
And again, SoFi is an awesome experience. If you've never been to SoFi, go just to see it. It's pretty awesome. And the Rams are about as good of a bet against those stoppages, but they exist.
You're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Andy and I are going to get back into the Lakers and kind of talk about that middle ground that we touched on briefly between this idea of, hey, we're going to go for it no matter what, and, hey, we got to go lose, 65 games to get back into this thing. Believe it or not, there is something in between those that might make a lot more sense. That's coming up next. So DeMarco and Travis. Andy's in for DeMarco on 710 ESPN.
This summer, the world's game takes over ESPN LA.
From international showdowns to the biggest global icons.
Headed by Ronaldo! He is a sensation!
It's the summer of soccer on ESPN LA.
Living and breathing the world's game this summer on ESPN LA.
Para Messi, oh!
All summer long, soccer lives here.
The summer of soccer on ESPN LA.
Hey, it's Mason. The next best thing to being at the 2026 FIFA World Cup is watching it at Cosm. Experience every match inside the massive 87-foot LED dome in shared reality. You will feel like you're right there on the pitch with the world's biggest stars. Plus, catch all the action in the Cosm Hall with great food and drinks. FIFA World Cup tickets will not last, so book right now at Cosm.com/FIFA. I will see all you guys for the World Cup at Cosm.
4th of July weekend checklist. Sunscreen? Check. Snacks? Check. Road trip playlist? Check. Now, when's the last time you checked your oil? Before you hit the road, head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a fast 15-minute stay-in-your-car oil change, and no appointment is ever needed. Plus, they'll check your fluids, battery, wipers, and more, so you can worry less about your car and focus more on the weekend ahead. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a special offer and your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick, easy, and road trip approved.
DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, California. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in California. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every single minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in California, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with code LA710, spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards. That's code LA710 in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim, issued in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends June 28th. Terms, dkng.co/predictions promo.
You're listening to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on 710.
Do your ears work? They do work. No,
Back to DeMarco and Travis.
Laura.
Yes, sir.
What's going on over there?
Okay, so I got the messy burger. I'm going to read you what it is before I show it to you. 2 smash patties, crispy provolone, chorizo jam, roasted red pepper aioli, grilled tomato, pickles, shoestring onions, toasted artisan bun, okay? I'm going to take the fries out, even though the fries are really good, but I just want to look at this massive, gorgeous thing that I'm going to
need a full review on chorizo jam. That sounds amazing.
I'm so excited for that. You don't even understand.
Oh, Laura, that burger looks incredible.
I don't like that your Messi's better than mine. That bothers me a little bit.
Wait, that was Andy?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't ever do that again.
Okay.
Oh.
Seemed like a good idea.
Yeah, no, it was. It was well executed.
All right, guys.
Very
as you
good
guys
job.
talk, I will take a bite of this.
I'm gonna keep my eye on you. I think there's a misconception, and you were talking about when you asked Rob the question at exit interview day, and he immediately went into, well, we can't tank here. We can't go and lose all these. And I understand that, and I understand that would be a very tough sell. To just say we're going to go into the wood chipper and just get clobbered for a few years. Now, they did do it. We saw. I was covering the team when they did
Except
it.
it was never by design. They always were, because for a period, Kobe was on the roster. Even post Achilles, they felt like we can't tank with Kobe on the roster, and then they just sort of fell ass backward in the lottery picks.
Yeah, and it just there is a lot of ground between purposely tanking, which you see in the NBA all the time, and we're going to do whatever we can to get better, even if better is only marginally better. And I understand the instinct. I understand the ethos of the athlete that we're always going to compete. We're always going to move forward. We're never going to give up. We're never going to do this. But at the same time, if that's the idea and you're also like, well, we only compete for championships, then you're never going to compete for a championship. Sometimes waiting. Sometimes sitting and saying, let this play out again. Let me sit this hand out. Let me wait to see what happens next. And maybe going from the way – and the Lakers are good. I think that we kind of lose track of that too. They're a 53-win team. They were the 3rd seed in the Western Conference, or the 4th seed in the Western Conference. They're a good team. They're not super far away from being there, but the move that you make could maybe take you from a 53-win team to a 53-win team, and you're exactly where you are, only minus some of your assets, as opposed to let's sit here, let's wait, let's see what shakes out next. That middle option seems to be attractive to me, yet not attractive to Laker brass.
Well, what they really need to be doing is they need to know what they're building towards. Like, what is it that they're looking to put around Luka? And the answer can't just be championship caliber roster, because that's obvious. How are you looking to do this? This offseason, I mean, obviously run it back is a possibility, but
if they were looking to do something other than running it back, my idea of a realistically good offseason would be it feels like you are 60 to 70% there. And you can see exactly what the blueprint and the bones are to this team that you want to build. And it's like, okay, I can see what they're moving towards. I can understand the type of players they're looking to bring in. This makes sense. That, to me, like, nobody should expect them to finish this offseason and seem like they are ready to compete with the best of the – like, it'd be great if it happened. It's not realistic. And
it really doesn't happen like that in the NBA.
Well, I was going to say, trying to do that will more likely than not lead to a wild swing a la Russell Westbrook, where you're trying to skip steps. And you can't skip steps. Like, what you're doing needs to feel methodical and to make sense. And maybe you find yourself where the options aren't truly better than running it back. But then you have, one of the advantages to running it back would be you have more players under contract.
Yep.
And you've saved some of those picks.
Yep.
And you can maybe look to do something at the trade deadline or, around the time when they acquired Dorian Finney-Smith last year. Like, something like that. But what you want to feel like, regardless of the direction or regardless of the results of this offseason, you want to feel like there's a direction.
That's it. And maybe we're saying the same thing, and I think we are. It's not what they're trying to build. It's how are you going to try to build it. That to me, is far more important. We all know the Lakers want to win a championship. We all know that Laker fans have a standard that is as high as it could possibly be. I also think that we underestimate their willingness to understand a plan that makes sense.
I think Laker fans, in a lot of ways, the Lakers as a franchise have become afraid and almost paralyzed by their own mythology.
Yes.
Like, they feel like because they've won so many championships over the course of their franchise history, and it's incredible. If you're a Laker fan like me, you love that stuff. It's something you're proud of to be a fan. But in a lot of ways, I feel like, the whole idea of we only play for championships, it sometimes, frankly, I'd say often, leads to decisions where you're looking to put the team out there that is closest to winning a championship, even if in reality you're not that close.
Well, in the mythology of it, and I think you're exactly right, that the Buss family in particular was understandably tied to that and maybe, quite frankly, maybe even incapable of separating from it. And while I disagree with it, I understand it. I understand how this is how I learned how to do it from my father. The difference is your father had a lot of really smart people in there that were as good as
and he conquered, with all sincere respect to Dr. Buss, he conquered an entirely different league.
100%.
And I'm not saying that he couldn't conquer this league now. I'm just saying the league that he conquered does not exist anymore.
No, and the new guys, the Dodger guys, the Walter Group, they think about where they come from. Think about where their area of expertise is. Think about Andrew Friedman, and prior to getting into baseball, where he worked. These guys were Wall Street guys. These guys are VC guys. These guys are, all about systems that generate results and understanding that if you do 1 and 2, then you get 3 and 4. It's not, well, we're at 1, we want to get to 5. We don't know how to do 2, 3, and 4. These guys do. That's all they do, is understand how to put these things in place. And I think that mythology that you're talking about, and look, it's fun to go into Staples Center or Crypto or whatever we're calling it, and look at those banners and see all those great players and all those championships, say you want to add more to it. But you got off the road somewhere, and you don't know how to get back on it. And I think this new group will either find their way back to it, or they'll forge a new road to go where they want to go that makes sense to them, that isn't necessarily what we've talked about, but it's going to be 1 leads to 2, leads to 3, leads to 4, leads to, hey, we're right back in it. And, oh, by the way, the foundation has been laid to where we're going to sit here for a while, and we're going to be able to chase this year after year after year. And when we do have to take a step back, it's going to be a moderate step back, as opposed to now we're just off the road again and we don't know how to fix it.
Well, when you were talking about steps 2, 3, 4, those are all details. And one of the things that I think is going to be really important when this front office is continually buffed out, they've filled one assistant GM role with Rohan Ramadas, who is much more of an analytics guy. They're still looking for the assistant GM that would be more of the basketball guy, like scouting. And by the way, I know Rob said during the exit interview that they're not going to necessarily announce everybody that they bring in the front office. I would if I were them. I would so fans know that these spots have actually been filled, that the front office is being buffed out the way they're expecting it to and they're hoping to. Like, even if you think Rob Pelinka is the most underrated, like unfairly maligned basketball ops guy in the league, he needs more people. Like, it's too big of a job for something that's been so unilateral and so insular as the Lakers front office.
You just said it a second ago. The league of the 26th, 7th year of the 21st century is different than what it was 10 years ago, much less 20 or 30 or 40 years ago. It's so different. You need more smart people. You need more systems that are going to generate this stuff, and not just, I think this is it, or let's consult with their star player. You got to have a roadmap to get to where you want.
Well, like, for example, the draft is coming up on, I believe, the 26th. I have no idea if they have replaced all the people that were blown out when Jesse Buss and the scouting department were fired. Like, the only thing we've heard about is Tony Bennett, who we were told he's not running the draft department. He's not running scouting. He's a draft advisor. Again, maybe they have these people in there and they're not making it public because of hashtag reasons. I don't understand what those reasons would be. If anything, like, I think there's much more of an urgent need to let fans know, hey, we've buffed out this department. We've brought in this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy. Like, if I were them, I would be selling the hell out of it.
Absolutely.
And assuming those spots have been filled. And if they haven't, TikTok, man.
Yeah, and you utilize and spend some of the goodwill you've generated across the street with the Dodgers. Like, people trust you. People believe in your, like, let them share in some of that good vibe about running something, because this isn't the random billionaire that just showed up. This is the guy that has already shown, not only do I know what I'm doing, I'm going to reinvest in the product. I want to win. The reason the Dodgers are as good is not just because they have these deep pockets, which they do. They're willing to stick their hand in their pocket and pull out some money and start handing it to guys, and not just the players, but to build out the entire organization.
Well, and also, too, Mark Walter, and I think this matters a lot, he was a minority owner of the Lakers before the team was eventually sold, and he had right of first refusal, which means, if I had to guess, he's been paying a lot more attention than the average minority owner in sports, meaning he probably has a pretty solid idea of the things that he liked, didn't like, and now he's just getting an up-closer look to confirm his priors.
And he's seen other organizations that succeed, and he knows that what works and what doesn't, and I think you're right about that. Don't forget, you can tune in tomorrow night for the Road to the Cup on ESPN LA. Dave Denholm and Mario Ruiz are going to bring you the latest news, previews, and reaction from soccer's biggest tournament and its biggest matchups. Road to the Cup, powered by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a special offer and locations near you. So here's something we really haven't talked about a ton, Andy, with regards to the Lakers and the build-out and the timeline. And what do you think Luka's feeling? And like, is he willing to be patient like you and I are? And I'm not saying be patient to the term of a Knicks build that could take a half a decade. I'm not talking about that, but to run it back, to let this thing cook a little bit longer. Let's bake in the Dodgerification of this. Do you think he would be on board of that? Because he's no longer a young player. He's not an old player, but he's no longer hey, man, we got plenty of time to figure this out. You have time, but you don't have as much time as if you had, for instance, like Victor Wembanyama, and it's just nothing but runway.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know the answer. Luka is super competitive, meaning he wants to win championships, meaning he wants to have a team that is capable of winning a championship. It's always been my understanding that Luka's not been somebody who's put a ton of outward pressure on front offices, whether you're talking about in Dallas or with the Lakers. I don't know how much that changes as he gets older. But here's what really matters. You and I can speculate, reading the tea leaves of Luka's personality, all we want. The Lakers need to know exactly what he thinks.
Yeah.
Like, it's similar to, I remember last offseason when, the timeline of Luka's extension, he couldn't sign it by CBA rule, I think, until August, and that's well after free agency is basically the dust has settled. And I remember there was all this consternation about, well, the Lakers are going to have to do all X and Y and Z because they want to get Luka to sign. And what I'm like, none of that should be necessary. They should know exactly what Luka wants.
Right.
Like, they should not be guessing how Luka's going to feel about free agent move X or free agent move Y. They should know exactly what Luka wants. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily you do everything.
Right.
Because you sometimes can't. Sometimes,
it's a bad idea.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And you have to be able to tell your star if something is a bad idea, like
Russell Westbrook.
Right. And look, I think Jeannie and Rob wanted to do that just as much.
I agree.
But if they didn't, that's actually worse.
Yeah.
That's way worse. If they really felt like, I don't know about Russ, but we're too afraid to tell LeBron and AD no.
I wonder if what they do this offseason, and let's say they do what you and I have been talking about, which is basically, let's see it again. Let Rui back, LeBron back, Reeves back, Marcus Smart back, DeAndre Ayton, like the whole thing. It's more or less the same team. If that doesn't answer one of the questions that you just said, which is, hey, Luka, come in here, sit down. We're thinking about this. And then if they do end up doing what, then he's willing to be a little more patient than as opposed to, hey, man, we tried that. That doesn't work. What do you mean you want to do that again? And then all of a sudden, if you see bigger swings, you wonder if they got a different answer.
I mean, look, nothing should be a mystery to the front office about how Luka feels about blank. Like, in the same way that, Austin Reeves' free agency that's coming up.
Yeah.
We'll see. I am expecting one way or another he's back with the team. But, there's been these reports that Austin wants a max deal. And, of course, nothing else, his agent's going to want him to get a max deal. Nets could be interested, yada, yada, yada. The Lakers, by now, should have at least a solid idea what Austin's looking for, because he's their free agent. They've been able to talk with him, and after all the time they've spent and opportunities not moving Austin, and how much they have just transparently messaged, we consider him part of the core, they should have a pretty solid idea of what he's looking for.
I don't disagree with anything you said, but there is a number at some point, like, man, that just doesn't make sense.
That's different. That's a different story. But the idea that they're somehow going to get sucker punched by Austin looking for an AAV that starts with a 4.
Yeah, no.
They should have an idea. That doesn't mean they necessarily do it, but nothing should be – same with, like, Rui.
Yeah.
They've had the opportunity – they could extend Rui right now if they wanted to. There should be no surprises about what Rui's looking for.
All right, Laura, we've given you enough time. So how's the Messi burger?
Okay, it's delicious. It is a lot, though, I will say. I took 2 bites. And people thought I chugged it down in 2 bites. No. I literally just took 2 bites.
Okay.
But I feel like they're big bites.
Chorizo jam was?
I don't know how to describe it, but so good. Like, I didn't know that's what it was, and it, like, dripped on my finger, and I licked it, and I was like, oh, I don't know what that is, but it's good. And I was like, oh, that's a chorizo.
That's a big burger.
It is a lot, but it's really good. I haven't even dug into, like, the pickle and the tomato because it's so massive. But, I'm chomping it down.
It's
slowly.
delicious. It has chorizo jam. It has fried pickles. Oh, life-changing chorizo jam. I think we should do the rest of the show as dueling Messies. Like they had dueling banjos. Messi's about to take the pitch. They're about to go out there and play Algeria, and we should do the rest of it.
I'm a little shocked that Andy's Messi is
it's better than mine.
Yeah.
I don't like. You can go ahead and say it. I agree with you. I know.
I guess it's just a natural talent. Some of us are blessed.
Some of you are definitely blessed. A little straight up with me, Lionel Messi, on ESPN 710. Also, don't forget, you can join Beto next Thursday, June 25th at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa for this summer's biggest football watch party experience. Experience nonstop game day energy, drink specials, surprise giveaways, and incredible food like fire-grilled asada tacos, quesabirria, ceviches, and churros. Cheer with the entire Mercado all tournament long. Mercado Gonzalez, where every match tastes better.
Okay. Wilbert, who is back in the studio covering for DeAndre, just said something to me that I didn't even think about when you do your Messi. Wilbert, go ahead and tell Trav.
Have you seen the movie Shrek?
Shrek?
Yeah, Shrek the movie.
Yeah, of course.
The gumdrop button scene. That's all I think about when you do that.
I never thought about it until right now.
You're right.
That's hilarious.
I'm a master of one voice. No, never mind dozens or tens, but
I don't want ping-pong.
I don't want a quesadilla. I want churros. I want all of it. I want it now. And you got to see, and you got to add the foot stomp when you do it because he's impatient and he wants to do it right away. All right, little straight up coming up next. Andy's in for DeMarco at 710 ESPN.
This summer, the world's game takes over ESPN LA.
From international showdowns to the biggest global icons.
Heading by Ronaldo! He is a sensation!
It's the summer of soccer on ESPN LA.
Living and breathing the world's game this summer on ESPN LA.
Para Messi, Ronaldo!
All summer long, soccer lives here.
The summer of soccer on ESPN LA.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. Catch every Mexico and USA match live, surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Join us every Mexico and USA match at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Summer of soccer is here, and there's no better place to watch than Rockin' Brews. Catch every match on massive LED screens with surround sound, drink specials, and game day favorites like our new El Clasico burger. Whether you're backing Team USA or cheering on your home country, grab your crew, raise a glass, and catch every match at Rockin' Brews, serving those who rock. Visit rockinbrews.com for your nearest location.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. A jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599 right now and get 50% off installations with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you have lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. 800-717-4599.
And it is the No Stress Sports Talk Express to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. It is time for Straight Up with Sweet Tea Travis Rogers. Straight Up on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. Let's do it. Straight Up with Travis Rogers right now.
Andy, I want to start with this and the idea of where we are in the Brendan Sorsby debacle, for lack of a better word. That I think we're finally at least done with the college football portion of this. He's declared for the NFL supplemental draft. We can get into exactly what that is because it's super bizarre how that actually works together. But I don't know if somebody just said, I don't have the stomach for the fight anymore to try to go through this. If somebody finally had a hey, what the hell are we doing kind of moment. This is a losing proposition, but I can't remember the last time that there was a topic where it was virtually unanimous that where we were headed was an enormous mistake. That, you know, there's been debate on NIL. There's been debate on a million different things about realignment and all this stuff. And there are pros and cons to all of this stuff. And we can go around and around, expanding the college football field, et cetera, et cetera. There's a million things and all that. This is the one thing that everybody goes, hey, this sucks. This can't happen. That kid can't play college football ever again. We're done with this. I'm just glad that maybe for all the wrong reasons that we got here, but at least we finally got to the right spot.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with Sorsby, like how willing NFL teams are to bring him into their building. If there's going to be any type, I imagine any team that's signed into a contract would have some very specific language in there about gambling. And, I mean, really, really punitive.
Yeah.
And obviously, I mean, given he apparently had bet almost $100,000.
$90,000.
Right. I think it signals a legit gambling problem.
I do too.
And he hopefully gets the help that it seems like he needs.
Yes.
It's going to be, I think, it's going to take a team willing to deal with a lot of outside noise and smoke. I mean, granted, now, there have been NFL teams who've signed players accused of doing a hell of a lot worse.
No question.
Into their building. The difference is, though, it rarely has to do with anything that gets into integrity of the game questions.
That's the biggest
difference. It's simply how much immorality can you stomach.
If a guy is a criminal, right, he beats people up on the street, he you know, a million different crimes, the games are legitimate. He's a bad guy. He's a bad citizen. He gets in trouble. He's not worth the headache. But you can separate the two things between, do I want that guy to marry my sister, as opposed to, can he be on my football team? That's a different question than, if this guy plays on my team, this may not be a legitimate athletic competition.
That's actually, it's really about the legitimacy of it, because that guy with the checkered criminality past that you are taking a chance on bringing into your ecosystem, that guy may still end up costing your team.
Yeah.
Just for a completely different reason. I do think, though, it's interesting that he had been given that temporary injunction by the Texas judge, which my understanding of it was signaled the judge thinking he may win his case. Like, he's got at least a case in front of him right now to be able to continue playing in college. I also, and this is totally speculative on my part, but it was something that jumped out at me. According to a report from ESPN, he has not been asked to give back any of the NIL money that he received in college. Mm-hmm. And it makes me wonder if this was part of getting him to agree to move to the NFL and not to continue this fight in the NCAA. I total speculation.
Yeah, it adds up. Who knows? But I think you're right. This is one of the few times, and I get it, that sports talk radio is not about nuance, and it's not about, it's about this or that. It's good or bad. It's awesome or it sucks. Like, I get all of that. But this is one of the few things that I think is actually without nuance. I think this is, if you gamble on your sport, you're done playing here. That doesn't mean that you don't have a gambling addiction. It doesn't mean that I don't want you to go get the treatment that you can, use to manage the rest of your life and go do. But the penalty for this particular offense is you don't get to play anymore. Disease aside, this is the penalty for doing it. If you do it, you're out. It really is a bright, clear-cut line between being on this side of it or being on that side of it. And once you go to the other side of it, that's it. We're done. We can go get you treatment. We can go do all this stuff, but you never get to play again. That doesn't seem complicated to me, regardless of the legality of this. And I mean, clearly I don't understand how the precedents and all these things work, but I just can't get past how, and I think that's why everybody outside of the Texas Tech, microverse was like, well, this is bull. This cannot stand. He can't play. Like, when's the last time you saw the Big 12, the Big 10, the SEC? Everybody's like, that sucks. That's not a good deal for anything we do. Everything else is open for discussion.
Yeah, I mean, it creates so many perilous situations if you have players betting on their own sport, even if they're not betting on their own team.
Right.
Betting on their own sport, there are questions raised about, how much space should they have to gamble in other sports. I think there's also, and again, this doesn't excuse Sorsby's actions. Like, ultimately, he is responsible for his own choices, even if he's somebody dealing with an addiction. But there is the obvious irony of him being, blacklisted, for lack of a better way of putting it, because of betting on his own sport that is part of an NCAA, just like anything else in sports, they're part of a gambling industry. And he is actually, the sport that he plays is one cog in a machine that is meant to lift up the gambling industry. Mm-hmm. Yet for him to get involved with it, I understand where optically it crosses a line, but depending on what you're actually betting on, like, let's just say he's betting on
dog racing.
Well, I was even going to say college football.
Okay.
But not his own team. And let's say outside his own conference, you start wondering, where is the actual line?
Yeah, it's a good question. And
what's the harm if say he's betting on something in a completely different conference, a team that he will never end up playing? Can he bet on Division II?
Right. I hear you, and it's a fair point. I think that look, this is the price to play this sport.
Sure.
You can't do this. Now, we're not going to be – the hypocrisy of what you're talking about is very apparent to me, right? That this side over here is doing all this stuff, but you're saying you can't do this over here. I'm aware that it's complicated and these streets intersect all over the place. But if you're going to play here, you can't bet on this stuff. Full stop. And if you wanted to go a step further and say, well, you're an NFL player, you can't bet on the major leagues or the NHL or anything, like the price of admission to this is you forego the right to go something else. If they said to you and me, hey, listen, if you want to work at Disney, you can't wear a red shirt to work. Does it make it? Well, everybody else can wear a red shirt. Why can't I? Because we're telling you this is one of the rules here. If you wear a red shirt, you don't get to work here anymore. Well, now I have a decision to make. Yep. I can either wear a red shirt or not, but the rule has been made very clear to me, and I think that's where it needs to be with this. That is it fair for that guy can do it? I understand he can do it. He doesn't work here. You work here, and these are the rules to work here.
Oh, I want to make it clear. I'm not saying any of this as a way of trying to either take up for Sorsby or Scoresby? Sorsby. I had it right the first time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got too Holland. Exactly. That's where I got gunshot.
You know what you're doing.
I'm not trying to take up for Sorsby or even trying to take up for rule changes. What I'm just pointing out is how perilous this stuff can be, and at times how, frankly, arbitrary it can seem. Like,
very true.
You are correct. Like, there are rules for working anywhere. Like, I happen to believe that if you are somebody working in Congress or in government, there should be restrictions on the type of stocks and stuff that you can be involved with or whatever, because you can have direct control over those things and create conflicts of interest. There are rules, no question. I just think this one, as gambling is becoming more and more not just prevalent in sports, but like part of the machine.
They're indistinguishable from one another.
And we, the royal we, like quite literally, the three of us are part of that machine as well. When it starts becoming so indistinguishable between each other and the lines start to blur that much, I think there's a lot that they need to figure out, is what I'll say. Even if the rule you're talking about, you can't do it, I can get behind that.
Straight up. With me, Travis Rogers, is sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka. Blue Ice has a commemorative bottle celebrating the USA's 250th anniversary and Blue Ice Vodka's 25th anniversary. New red, white, and blue themed bottles featuring the 250th logo inside the label are currently available in stores for the straight expression in both 750 milliliter and 1.75 liter size. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
Okay, so the Messy Burger, amazing.
Very good.
I did share because I told the people, were like, damn, Lauren, you finished that. I was like, no.
I took down a quarter of it.
Yeah, so it was so good. But Stephanie just told me that we will be having a dessert nachos.
Dessert nachos.
I've never heard that.
I don't even know what that is, but I know I'm going to enjoy it. That sounds amazing.
I don't know what that is either.
Yeah, that sounds great. We got a little shop talk coming up next. Andy's in for DeMarco on 710 ESPN.
Wednesday morning on the Sedano and Cat Morning Show. Well, what a Tuesday it was, huh? A lot of fun and frivolity, a lot of silliness, a lot of craziness, and oh yeah, we talked a lot about Bergey's took us.
I was violated for the first time.
Coming up Wednesday, it'll be a windy Wednesday. Brian Windhorst from ESPN will finally put a bow, him and Shidano, on the NBA Finals. And of course, Gregory Arthur Bergman will have that Dodgers baseball. Join us Wednesday. Smile. Put a smile on your face along with your sports radio, will you? We'll see you Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. after Unsportsmanlike, right here on ESPN LA.
The next great story in Los Angeles is happening in Glendale. Hyundai of Glendale is now open. Lease a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SC for just $279 per month. Plus, enjoy owner's assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Call 818-222-8000 or visit HyundaiofGlendale.net. $279 per month plus tax. Closed in lease for 24 months. $39.99 total due at signing plus government fees and taxes. On approved above average credit through HMF. Zero security deposit. 75 miles per year. 20 cents per excess miles. Expires 6/30/26.
Right now, there's a real demand for experienced brick and block layers. You can earn up to $55.10 an hour, plus full family health care, dental, vision, a pension, and annual pay increases. This isn't just a job, it's a future. Work on high-profile projects like OC Vibe, sports stadiums, and schools you'll be proud to say you built. Join the International Union of Bricklayers and Allied Craftsmen Local 4. Call 626-739-5600 or visit BAC4CA.org. Become a part of the best hands in the business.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192. Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers.
You're the yin to our yang.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on.
When I see people, I'm just so happy like we're sharing the earth together. This is all us here right now at the same time.
Back to the guys.
All right, before we jump into Shop Talk, Andy, let's start with this. Chris Grizel, who has been here with us all day long. He is the winner of the Ultimate Summer of Soccer Experience. Congratulations to Chris along the way. That is quite a prize. Congratulations to you, Chris. Job well done. Enjoy. And are those the dessert nachos that I'm looking at right here?
Yes, they are. And I'm not a sugar person, but I will definitely partake.
So we got, Andy,
I want a cherry.
4 scoops of ice cream. We've got what look to be like cinnamon-dusted fried tortilla chips. Whipped cream, cherries, chocolate sauce. Yeah, that's going to get absolutely murdered here.
I'm not joking. I just
want a cherry. I'm not going to lie.
I thought this was the prize that somebody
This is not the Ultimate Summer of Soccer Experience. This is the dessert nachos here at Hard Rock Casino Tejon. And I would eat one right now, but those look very crunchy, so I'm not going to eat them on the air with a microphone right next to my face. I feel like that might be a less than great decision. But, Andy, if you'd like to knock yourself out, be my guest.
I'm not going to tie this in for you guys, but love the cherry.
I'm not going to judge if you do it, but if you order this for yourself, you're a lunatic.
Or you're an American. You just lean into that.
So good.
Yeah, that feels like that's. You need 2 hands to hold that thing. That's extraordinary.
This is living.
That is incredible. By the way, I do. Like half of that would be an aggressive play. All of it, I think you're right. That'd be a long car ride home.
This takes a village right here.
It's okay. There's a village of us here.
All right, let's start with some of our Shop Talk items here. Andy, you mentioned earlier today that Lawrence Tanter, the longtime in-house voice of the Los Angeles Lakers, made an announcement.
Yeah, the Lakers sent out a press release that after 43 seasons as the PA announcer for the Lakers, if you've been to a game in the last 43 years, you know his voice, Laker girls. Really, it's one of the
iconic.
one of the most distinguishable voices in sports. He is retiring from behind the mic. He is going to be in a new position where he is going to be a special advisor for Lakers game presentation.
Awesome.
According to the press release, lend his unparalleled announcing expertise and institutional knowledge to shape the future of Lakers game presentation experience. I will also say, LT, such a nice guy. Such a nice person. So congrats to him.
It's always one of those things, like when you have a guy like him that is so associated with the team, like you almost just assume that it'll be there forever. Like you see, the Laker girls, the amount of time left in the guard, Kobe Bryant, just the announcement of the game as it's taking place. It's the soundtrack of the game when you're in the arena. It will be missed.
He's been there since 1982. I believe that is the year James Worthy entered the league. Right. I think, not 100% sure. I mean, man, that's
pretty good run.
Like, put in perspective, I think E.T. came out in 1982.
Well, I was 11 years old in 1982, so that's it's been a minute. Congratulations to him. 82. Andy's got the E.T. trivia locked up and the James Worthy trivia. Yep. All right, a birthday today. And speaking of, we just saw there's a very cool little poster over there. Mm-hmm. Tupac Shakur would have been celebrating a birthday today. Also born in 1971, like myself. Happy birthday to Tupac.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's an artist whose work has continued to resonate. I also think he was a really underrated actor.
Oh my God, yes.
He was a really good actor.
Such a great actor. Like, I just rewatched, is it In Living Color? No. Different World, when he comes out in like one of the episodes. And we were talking about, because Jada was in the last season. And I was like, you know what? I forget how good he was as an actor. Mind you, that wasn't like his best performance. It was really chill. But everything else, like, I love him. I'm biased because I'm a huge Tupac fan, or as Mace once said, Tupac. But just knowing the like dynamic of who he was as a rapper, as a lyricist, as a poet, as an actor, as an activist. And, we talked about, like, a lot of people forget he's not from the West Coast. Like, he was actually born in the East Coast. He's a New York guy. But I love what he was able to bring into this, especially like LA and West Coast rap, and like what he built it. Yeah, he's amazing. Sorry, me and my little rant about
like you said, Andy, that his and obviously whenever somebody dies young, that this always has something to do with it. But the resonance long after his death, where people still listen to the music, still talk about his impact, I think that speaks to it.
Yeah, I mentioned before that I think he's an underrated actor. There's a movie he did called Gridlocked. Him and Tim Roth play these musicians and drug addicts trying to get clean. It's a black comedy. It wasn't hugely seen. It was kind of a small release when it came out in the late 90s, but it's really good. If you want to see him performing in a very different role.
I'm sorry that I was laughing.
Ben Conroy's going to need to get clean after he's done eating all that ice cream and tortilla chips over there. He's going to need to detox from sugar rush, diabetes, or whatever you got going over there.
You were giving the most beautiful, like, speech about what you were talking about, and over here, like, dying because Ben's face as he was eating that was hilarious.
Am I wrong? Isn't Ben supposed to be like monitoring everything with his show right now?
It's on autopilot.
Why are you putting him on blast right now?
Something could go wrong any second, and Ben's over there with
think
the
about everything that could go right over there, Andy,
that is
with
true.
all that ice cream and cinnamon sugar chips
guys.
along the way. Happy birthday to Justin Jefferson, who's turning 27 years old today. And you imagine he's got to be thrilled knowing he's going into a season with Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to deliver him the football. That's got to be a lot of fun. Like, maybe he's going to I'm the best wide receiver in football, and I got to deal with this.
This is how you prove you're truly the best. I can bail them out.
Can you? Can't
no.
Imagine what that guy would be able to do if you give him Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford, even Dak Prescott, like any of these guys, Patrick Mahomes. It would be, you saw him with Kirk Cousins and what he was able to do, and he lit the world on fire.
Well, this gets to why whenever a B plus or a perceived B level quarterback gets $45 million or $50 million a year in a new contract, people lose their minds. This is why. Dak Prescott is considered by many people to be, kind of good, not great. it's really hard to find Dak Prescott.
Very hard.
Super. You just mentioned Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
It ain't easy to find Kyler Murray.
Yeah, first of all, you can't have a 5'7" quarterback in the NFL. That doesn't work. You need Murray's an interesting one because he's such a good athlete. But I'm in the camp. I think Prescott's pretty good. I think that the Cowboys aren't good.
Right.
He is.
Sure.
And I think he's a victim of being around a bunch of guys that are in the way more than anything else. Let's move on to this one. 1981. I don't want you to look at this yet, Andy. I want to give you a quick quiz. The Chicago Cubs were purchased from the Wrigley Chewing Gum Factory to the Tribune Company. What do you think the Cubs, one of the marquee franchises in Major League Baseball, were sold for in 1981?
$6 million.
You're not super far off. 20.
Wow.
Okay, $20 million in 1981. Let me just put this in perspective. The Cubs sold for $20 million in 1981. Kyle Tucker, who stinks right now, is making $60 million per season. He could buy 3 Chicago Cubs back in 1981.
This is also, too, during, like, the beginning of the power of WGN, when the Cubs were like the only team you could watch.
The Cubs and the Braves.
Yep.
I watched more Sean Dunston highlights than I knew what to do with. All right. This day in 1975, the Milwaukee Bucks traded Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to the Los Angeles Lakers. That worked out pretty good for the Lakers.
Sure did. It sure did. Not so much for the Bucks.
No, they had to wait for Giannis to come back around, 50 years later or so to get that done. You know, Kareem, we talk about LeBron, we talk about MJ, Wilt Chamberlain, but if your opinion is the best basketball player in the history of the sport is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you're not wrong.
No. I've often said, too, Kareem is the GOAT of impressive people. Like, just people that are incredibly impressive because they're incredible at everything. He's super smart. He's one of the greatest athletes to ever live. He's like an accomplished author. He's a historian. He's made documentaries. He is really damn impressive.
My dad played against him in college, and my dad played basketball at Oregon when Kareem was still at UCLA, and he said the most intimidating thing he's ever seen in his life was there was a timeout on the floor where they were mopping up the sweat after, somebody had fallen down. They get the sweat off the floor, the towel on the end of the broomstick, and Kareem walked over to the backboard, put his hand on the backboard, and was just kind of relaxing while everyone. My dad's 6 feet tall, and Kareem has his hand on the side of the backboard. He's like, I got nothing here, no chance, no way. Thanks to everybody here at Hard Rock Casino Tejon. It has been an incredible experience at a beautiful venue. Thanks to everybody that came out and checked us out. Andy, a pleasure as always. And Laura, I will see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Oh, and ice cream.
This summer, the world's game takes over ESPN LA.
From international showdowns to the big